Welcome to the channel and welcome to this 2,500 point match play game between Deathwatch and Tyranids. So you may have seen a previous game on the channel where the Praetorian 95th and the Highland 33rd took on a splinter of Hive Fleet Kraken on the grave world of Crispin's Tomb. If you haven't, that one's on YouTube. It went up about a month ago, Astra Militarum versus Tyranids, and we returned to the Crispin's Tomb. However, this is not Crispin's Tomb. This is the satellite. This is the moon above Crispin's Tomb. So while the Tyranids are rampaging across the surface of that world, another splinter has come here to the Lunar Fortress. And we are below the surface of the Lunar Fortress on Crispin's Tomb, down in the gubbins, down in the heat sinks and the stores. And this is where the beating heart, the hive mind of Hive Fleet Kraken is. They've got Neurothrope and Zoanthrope presence here. This is where the Ordo Xenos has decided that the beating brain of the Hive Fleet is, and this is where they will deploy in order to cut the head from the snake. So the Deathwatch will be teleporting in under the surface of the moon to try and destroy the Xenos threat. And I'm really looking forward to this fight because in all my years of playing 40k I've never gone up against the Deathwatch before. So yay, finally the Deathwatch is in his house, and we're going to be playing 2,500 points worth of match play game versus, it's chapter approved 2018, and I think this one's called Strategic Gamble. 1 minute, let me check. Yes, it is Strategic Gamble. Played that one with Say Hi Paul and his sisters recently and really liked it. The way it works is you draw 3 cards a turn every turn, and if you don't like 2 of your cards, you can chuck them away, take a gamble, and swap in 2 for 1. And if you score that 1 that you pulled out, that 1 that you gambled on, you'll get double the points if you get that at the end of your battle round. So that's very nice. The other thing about this mission is acceptable casualties is in effect. So the Deathwatch could be sent here by high command from their commander and get utterly annihilated, get blown off the table, so none of them come back from the mission. But if they achieve their mission, if they get more points than the Tyranids, or vice versa, then you play the mission. The winner is the person who gets more points, not necessarily who's on the table at all at the end of the game. So I particularly like this one. It should be fun. Tyranids are deploying on this side. We've rolled up. I won the roll off, so we've got Dawn of War deploying on this side, which means that because I picked the deployment zone and blah blah blah, which means the Deathwatch are going to be deploying on that side first, and then they'll choose whether they go first or not. Which is very interesting. They can deploy, they can counter deploy, and then spring the trap, so to speak. And we welcome back to the channel Mikey C. Say
Hello.
hi, Mikey C.
Thanks for having me back.
No, thanks for coming back.
I came here to complain about my dice rolls and drink some tea, and it looks like I'm out of tea.
Well, there'll definitely be much more tea. So thank you for coming down again, because last time you were here you brought Genestealer Cult, and I'd never faced Genestealer Cult before. And while you were here you said you had Deathwatch.
Yes.
And I've never faced Deathwatch before.
Why not?
So now you're back with your Deathwatch. Yeah, and I'm looking across at your army thinking, you brought a lot of bodies. I thought they were elite.
Chapter approved 2018 was kind to some of the Deathwatch unit. They got most of the troops got a nice reduction.
Right.
Some of the key war gear got nice reduction points. So I thought I'd bring a nice mix of units just to try them out and see what works now in the new rules.
And you got blog St Andrews Wargaming.
Yes, St Andrews Wargaming. Check it out on Facebook and on Blogspot.
Cool. So there should be something running along the bottom of the screen now. Last few shout outs. This battle mat comes to you from Hot Dice Miniatures, a Canadian land company. Double-sided battle mat, look. And this is one of theirs as well, actually. Hot Dice Miniatures. So if you're in North America land and you don't want to pay the shipping for some of the European mats, then check out Hot Dice Miniatures. If you're in North America land and you want some of this stuff, it's going to cost you. Because this is just from foregrounduk.co.uk. No, foreground.co.uk. And this is awesome modular sci-fi terrain.
It's really nice.
Yeah, you can break it apart and put it together in different... I do like this stuff. And as we're fighting below the surface of a moon, it made perfect sense to whip it out on the table. So like these guys. Yeah, that was a bit... Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Let's go and have a look at these armies. Right, this is 2, 4, 9, 6 of Tyranids. It's Hive Fleet Kraken, which means I can roll 3d6 and pick the highest when advancing. I can also fall back and still charge. I've brought 2 battalions, which gives me 13 command points. So we've got 6 troops back there. And yeah, so to represent the beating heart of this force, we have a Neurothrope as the Warlord, and he's got the Warlord trait Synaptic Linchpin, which means his synapse range is 18 inches. And all of these are my HQs here: Tyranid Prime, Broodlord, Neurothrope, Tervagon, Tyranid Prime. And all the other guys have a synapse range of 12. Here's a synapse range of 18. And any Tyranids within synapse range don't have to take morale tests, which is very, very good when it comes to Tyranids. And his psychic powers are Catalyst and Smite. And he isn't a psychic. The Broodlord I've given Onslaught and Smite. He can only cast 1 psychic power. Now, Broodlords and Gene Stealers can move, advance, and still charge. And the Onslaught psychic power, where you throw that out on a unit, allows that unit to advance and still charge. So the Broodlord can do it naturally. The fact that I've given it to it as a psychic power means I won't forget his psychic power, because I'm often forgetting the psychic powers. My Warlord catalysting buffing stuff. And then the Tervagon, I've given the Relic Chameleonic Mutation. So she'll be blurring into the background around her, and she's -1 to hit. So I've given her the Horror, which is a -1 to hit that she can throw out and target an enemy unit. And if that unit suffers the power, then they're -1 shooting. Or -1 in the fight phase as well. I think it's the fight phase as well. Need to check. But the fact that she's got Chameleonic Skin and that psychic power means I won't forget her psychic power either. That's the plan. And please comment below for every time I forget the psychic powers. The Tyranid Primes are given Lash Whips and Bone Swords to keep them cheap. And this gives me quite a lot of Synapse presence. So I can spread out all over the place. But talking about Synapse presence and Psychic Might, I was busy over Christmas and painted up 12 Zoanthropes. So these guys are Synapse creatures as well. They have Shadow in the Warp. And the way it works is, if you bring a unit of 3 Zoanthropes, they can smite. If you've got 4 or 5 of them, their smite is 2d3 damage. If you've got a unit 6 of them, their smite is d3 plus 3 psychic damage. And their smite range goes up to 24 inches.
Not worried, not concerned at all.
And they have a 3-up invulnerable save as well, which means their armor value doesn't degrade. So what you really need to do if you see this sort of thing is kill one of them straight away. So instead of doing d3 plus 3, they're just going to be doing 2d3 and hope your opponent rolls snake eyes. And they'll get to re-roll 1s for psychic tests so long as they're in 6 inches of the Neurothrope. The Neurothrope can do that as well because it has the Zoanthrope keyword. So I brought 2 of them to represent the beating heart, the beating brain of this force. And because I got busy over Christmas and painted up lots and lots of stuff. So yeah, you're not worried.
No, not at all. I mean,
their target threat.
It's only 18 wounds with a 3-up invuln and doing at least 4 mortal wounds with smite every turn. What's the worst could happen to Marines?
Yeah, exactly. What's the worst gonna? Well, the thing about the Deathwatch is they're very good at killing Horde. They should be good at killing Horde. I think they're known for killing Horde. I brought a lot of Horde. So it's volume of firepower throwing into these. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I've also got 24 Gene Stealers, so that might be a bad thing as well. So 2 units of 12 because I painted up some Gene Stealers. Some Venom Throats for the -1 to hit. Oh, I also painted up a Tervagon with acid spray. This one's a bit greener than the most because of his acid running through his veins instead of the big rupture cannon. That's an auto-hitting weapon. It's -1 AP, D3 damage a time, but it's basically our best anti-flyer. Some Pyrovores, a Toxicrene. I don't know why I brought the Toxicrene. Probably because he's got big wiggly arms, and I want to go out and get some hugs. An exocrine, because exocrines are the best thing in this codex. I think exocrines and neurothropes are the best thing in the codex. If you're bringing tournament lists, you're probably spamming these guys, these exocrines here. 2 Screamer Killers, they're naturally -1 to hit because of Spore Cloud, Spore Cyst, they're smelly. And loads and loads of little bugs. The little bugs, the Turva Gants, reroll 1s to hit if they stay within range of her, the Turva Gon. And she will also spawn bugs back into squads if they don't die. Basically, if you kill like 10 of these guys, then she can spawn back into there. If you shoot at the little bugs, you really, really need to wipe them out entirely. So I have a horde of little bugs. I have Psychic Power, Psychic Might. This is a nasty Hive Fleet Kraken list. But we're up against the Xenos Hunters, the Deathwatch themselves. Let's go and check out that army. Right, this is 2497 of Deathwatch. This is 2 battalions as well, which gives Mikey Seek 13 command points. Now, Deathwatch, slightly different from regular Space Marines, because they have special issue ammunition. So everything with a bolt gun profile or storm bolter or bolt pistol, everything with a bolt in it, has special issue ammunition. So ammunition which modifies the AP value of the gun. Or there's Hellfire shells, which just always wound on 2s. It doesn't matter how big and how tough my big bugs are. The Hellfire rounds will wound on 2s. So special issue ammunition, plus they have tactics. What are the tactics things?
So essentially my chapter tactics for the army is mission tactics.
Right.
So I pick a battlefield roll at the start of the first battle round, and I get to re-roll 1s to wound against that battlefield roll, like troops, so HQ.
Everything in this army, including the flyer?
No, just the standard Space Marine rule, so infantry, bikes, dreadnoughts.
Okay.
All get that. The vehicles don't get special issue ammo either, but all the troops do. So it's either wounding or 2+, extra range guns at AP -1, shorter range guns at AP -2, or +1 to hit if you're in cover, which might be useful in this game. It's one that's rarely used, but it might come in useful with all your negative to hit.
So your +1 to wound, or your reroll 1s to wound, what are you doing that on? You can pick, was it troops, elite,
can
heavy?
Pick at the start of the game. I think I can change it during the game if I spend command points.
Right.
I think I might pick elites, because I really want to deal with your Xanthropes.
Because the Xanthropes and the Vanthropes are elites. And the Pyrovores.
You have more troops, but I don't think I'll have a problem killing your troops. But the extra rerolls to win will be useful against them, like the missile launchers, things like that. So I think that's the best play at the start.
But I got a lot of troops. It's like there's 60 there. There's a lot of troops.
Yeah, as I say though, I can change it. So I'll see how it works with the elites to start with.
Sweet. Right, Warlord traits, relics and things.
Yes, so I have 4 characters. I have my Watchmaster, who's essentially a chapter master, giving me full rerolls within 6 inches. I have a jump pack captain with the relic blade and bolt pistol, and he has the relic Tomb of Ectoclades, which allows me to pick a second mission tactic and apply it to any units within 6 inches. Okay. So I can choose another battlefield roll for units within 6 inches. So I may actually swap it around, do my general one as troops and do my tomb one as elites. I can decide that before we start.
So you can say like everyone's got troops and then everyone within 6 inches of him gets troops and elites.
Can choose either or. Can choose troops or elites, so I think I might do that.
Well, that's quite handy.
Very handy. He tends to hang out with the things like the missile launchers, the las cannons, so he picks the big threats. I have another watch captain. This is the Artemis model, but I'm just using them with a relic blade and a combi flamer. Okay. And then I have a smash captain who Thunderhammer, Storm Shield, jump pack.
Jumping around all over the place, dishing damage. I like it. Very good.
Yeah.
So that's for HQ. So this is the chapter mark. Is that rerolling 1s to hit and rerolling 1s to wound?
No, he is full rerolls to hit.
Rerolls everything to hit.
Yes, rerolls all failed. Cool. I think he'll be my warlord, and I'll give him the Lord of Hidden Knowledge, which is the standard gain back command points on a 5+, and get a free reroll for selected things. Nice. Troops, I have a ton of troops.
Oh yeah, I noticed. Yeah.
We'll start off. One of the good things about the Deathwatch is the mixed squads.
Yeah.
So I have a unit of 9 veterans and a Vanguard veteran.
Yeah.
The veterans all have storm bolters, 2 storm shields, and the rest that don't have storm shields have chainswords. The Vanguard veteran has a bolt pistol and a storm shield.
Yep.
What the veteran allows them to do is to fall back from combat and still shoot.
Nice.
Which is really effective on the Stormbolters.
Yes.
I then have 10 intercessors.
So is this one big squad of 10?
This is one big squad of 10 because
that's a lot of Stormbolt fire.
I have a special stratagem that gives me +1 to wound against selected enemy units.
Okay.
And I find that the big squads get more benefit from that. So I can, for example, I can use my AP -1 or -2 shells, get +1 to wound, so I'm wounding on like 4s against tough targets or 3s against regular targets. So that helps a lot.
I like it.
I have a unit of 10 intercessors.
Yep.
Again, bolt rifle works really well with special issue ammo because you get an additional -1.
Yeah, of course.
So you can go up to -3.
Yeah. What's the
with
Kraken
the
fire round?
Kraken bolts.
Kraken is
-1. Vengeance are -2.
Yeah, Vengeance.
And because these are the 30-inch bolters, so Vengeance reduces your bolter range by 6.
Yeah.
So you can still deep strike in and use rapid fire.
Yeah.
So you can't with these because they go down to range 18. And so rapid fire range will be 9, which you have to deploy outside of.
Yeah.
But with these guys, you can still rapid fire.
At -3.
At -3. So that's really effective.
Or you can stay back and fire Kraken rounds at 36-inch range at -2.
Yes.
And let's not forget, -2 is a missile launcher.
Yes, it's pretty effective. Next, I just have a unit of 10 veterans again with bolters and chainswords.
Okay.
I then have another mixed kill team, 8 models. I've got 3 frag cannons, which are really good against hordes.
Yes.
I've got a Vanguard veteran with a hand flamer.
So you can jump back and shoot.
Yep, and I've got 4 veterans with Deathwatch shotguns and a storm shield. And the shotguns have 3 different fire modes as well. They can essentially turn into like a strength 3 flamer.
These Xenos hunters, they've got all the toys, haven't they?
So that's like, what, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 D6 shots when they fire.
Nice.
I've then got another mixed kill team. I've got 5 veterans, 2 missile launchers, 3 stalker bolt guns, and a Terminator with a Cyclone missile launcher.
Yep.
And the Terminator allows me to ignore morale tests on the unit.
Okay.
I've got a unit of 5 veterans with 2 frag cannons.
Yep.
3 bolters. And then I've got a unit of 5 stalker bolter marines. So these are 30-inch bolters that are heavy 2 and AP -1. So they can use the special issue ammo as well. For example, going up to 36 inches AP -2 or 30 inches at 2+ to wound at -1.
Nice.
So they're really effective. I decided bike's got a nice points reduction, chapter approved, so I've taken 2 units of 5. These also get special issue ammo.
Yeah. I mean, twin bolt guns as well. They chuck down a lot of firepower.
Yep.
They can fall back and charge again.
Yes.
Not that you're really going to go charging in.
No. So they have a sergeant who's got a storm shield and a storm bolter.
Cool.
So this unit will put out, 24 shots at rapid fire range?
Yeah.
With special issue ammo.
Yeah.
They also have a couple of teleport homers.
Okay.
So I can set these up in my deployment zone, and it will allow me to move the kill team with the Terminator can basically teleport to that.
Teleport back to them if they need to.
If they need to.
Or you can zip across the battle grid. No,
they have to go in my deployment zone.
In the deployment
and
zone,
if you get within 9 inches of them, they're removed.
Oh yeah, I know what they do because I've got them in Space Marine Codex. Another unit of bikes.
Yep, 2 units. So 2 units of bikes.
Yep.
Sergeant has the storm shield and storm bolter.
Yep.
2 rhinos. 1 razorback with twin las cannon.
Yep.
Give me some anti-tank. I've got a venerable dread with twin las cannon, power fist, and heavy flamer. Yep. I wanted to take him with a missile launcher, but I couldn't find it when I was playing. So I think the fist will be useful if you get anyone in close. And I have a Corvus Blackstar with twin assault cannon, Blackstar rockets, and a Hurricane bolter. It's not a great flyer, but it's a lovely model, and I just like fielding it.
You were saying this doesn't have power of the machine spirit.
It doesn't. So
as soon as it moves, it's hitting on 4s.
It's hitting on 4s. It does have the Auspex array, which allows you to reroll 1s to hit against units that aren't fly. The other good thing, it's got a transport capacity of 12, and it can take bikes, Terminators, jump units, and veterans. So it's for example, it'll be probably transporting this frag cannon squad to get them in close. It's not the best. It did get a slight points reduction, chapter approved, but I just like the model.
The thing
think it's really nice.
Space Marines hitting on 4s just feels kind of wrong to me. And as the Deathwatch are full of veterans with the best toys, the best kit, kitted out by the Inquisition themselves, and then they've got a flyer that still hits on 4. So it just feels wrong to me.
It needs Power of the Machine Spirit or Raw Spec Scan to make it worthwhile. I mean, even most of the Space Marine flyers have some version of +1 to hit.
Yeah, well, the Storm Raven's got Power of the Machine Spirit, but the
Stormhawk,
Talons,
I think,
the
Storm Talon gets plus strafing runs.
Yeah, to hit on the ground, and the Stormhawk
gets +1 against flyers.
Exactly.
I don't get. It's bizarre why it doesn't have it, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's. I mean, to be honest, I probably should have dropped it and taken more veterans, but as I say, I like the model. And
it does look pretty.
It's the first time Deathwatch on the channel. I thought I'll take a mix of toys.
Yeah, and it's iconic. And I'm not saying that they need to give it a 3-up to hit because of rules. I'm saying they need to give it a 3-up to hit because of narrative. This is the elites. This is the Auto Xenos. This is a kill team that an Inquisitor has gathered together and sent below the moon surface of Crispin's tomb to root out this Xenos threat. And obviously the caverns underneath the moon are many, many miles high, full of junk and steam and equipment, which is why this one's found their way in. There's landing pads down there under the surface, and so the flyer's going to be banking hard inside the confines of the cavern. Maybe that's why anyone could make it in there. The
other thing which I can do with this army, which I will, is I can place up to 3 units in reserve for a command point each in the Teleportarium. So I'm going to be putting the Stormbolters, the Intercessors, and the Watchmaster, and they can basically come in from reserve, deploy anywhere on the table, at least 9 inch.
Nice.
From the enemy. So those 3, I can use those 3 command points and teleport them in.
So you can start off with 10.
I'm going to start with 10, yes.
Nice. Okay, right. Let's go on to deployment. And we deployed for this 2,500 point game of Strategic Gamble. The Deathwatch are deployed below the lunar surface in the monstrous caverns of the moon of Crispin's tomb, trying to cut the head off the snake. And my entire army is on the battle grid. I have no reserves. One thing to mention in Strategic Gamble as well, that there's an element of deck building. We've taken out 6 of our Maelstrom cards, so both of us have ditched Domination, obviously. And you haven't got any Psychers, so you've got rid of Master the Warp, things like that. So I've got rid of Witch Hunter. And 3 cards a turn, every turn, everything on the table. It's hard to describe what I've done. I've put some Synapse creatures up here. These Tervagants are a bit far away from the Tervagon, because if I squeezed everything around the Tervagon and the Venomthropes and my Neurothropes and my Zoanthropes in this pile here, then it's going to be such a roadblock. I'm not going to be able to counter any skillful movement from the Deathwatch here. So I needed to leave some gaps so I can shift right or shift left. The Toxicrene and the Carnifexes are just going to go in like Miley Cyrus, like a wrecking ball. And then I've got the Gene Stealers and the Broodlord, along with another Synapse creature, the Tyranid Prime, and some Pyrovores down here. So they're securing left flank. Typically, you'd probably want to put them right in the middle as well, but there's only so much space. So huge chunks. This is the brain. This is the throbbing psychic might in the middle. And obviously anything that is entirely on these terrain pieces will get +1 to their cover save. We've got line of sight blocking here, there and everywhere. When you get down and have a look at this end, it's significantly line of sight blocking. So a chance to, there might be some tactical movement later in the game turns over here. Now you put 3 units in reserve, spread across the line. What's in this one up here, this Rhino?
So this is the unit of 10 veterans with bolters.
Okay.
Yep. I've got the Stalker Bolter Marines here.
Okay.
I've got a Teleport Homer down by the objective if I want to move that unit over.
Jump the Terminator back here.
Bikers, Corvus Bikers. I deployed first.
Anything in the Corvus?
Yes, the frag cannon shotgun kill team. Right, and one of the captains.
Okay.
So yeah, I deployed first. I wanted to get them central so I could veer out to wherever you deployed.
Yes.
Rhino with the frag cannon.
Yes.
Kill team. And then my little fire base here. So the captain gives rerolls 1 to hit, and he also has the tomb, which allows me to pick another mission tactic.
Yes.
So I've got my missile launchers, my las cannons here as a nice sort of fire base.
Cool.
And I've got my Stormbolter veterans, my Primaris Marines, and my Watchmaster in reserve.
It's worth noting that you're sat on 2 objectives already.
I am.
I'm only sat on 1 objective already. Your mission tactic is re-roll once to wound versus troops.
I'm going to take troops, yes.
Because I've got an awful lot of troops.
Yeah, I figured my big hitters, I'll probably select the elites or something, and I might go after the Xanthropes. I don't have to decide that till the start of the turn, so I can figure out what sort of buffs or minuses to hit I have against them before I put all my missile fire into them.
Okay, that makes sense. So the player who deployed first chooses whether they want to go first. Do you want to go first?
I think I will. I think I will.
So let's try and steal from you. Stealing's bad. I do not steal, which means that it will be Deathwatch, turn 1. Here are the orders for the Deathwatch in turn 1. Secure 6, defend 2 and hold the line. Now they can't score hold the line in turn 1, but they're right next to objective 2, and securing objective 6 they can move out and get with some ease. Therefore, Mikey C is not taking a strategic gamble and ditching any of these. He's keeping hold of them. These are the orders from High Command. Here we are after turn 1 movement, and the Deathwatch are doing what the Deathwatch do, which is being aggressive, which may be suicidal, or it may be glorious. We shall find out. Here's objective 6. You are scoring that one. So there's a point. Can't get hold of line in turn 1, but you are defending objective 2, which is this one here. So at the end of my turn, should get 2 points for that one, and I've got to clear away quite a few units to stop you defending that one, including the Razorback. Corvus Blackstar is coming all the way forward up the table into threat range of the acid spray and the smiting and the da-da-da. But you can disembark within up to 3 inches, and this is 3, this is 3, so we can put them below if it gets blown up, or put them along there. And the biker's pushing way up the table as well. You're going to need to take a chunk out of the apple this turn, sir.
The bikers tend to die quickly, so if I can put them to some good use. It may be foolish, but I think if I can hold you back for at least another turn.
Yeah, there's a worm in this apple, a slathering worm with teeth, which
I need to try and do some damage to them. I'm scared of them because they can smite me out to oblivion. So if I can kill at least one of them.
We got the Venomthropes as well, which is -1 to hit everything around there as well. Mind you, the save of Venomthropes is only 5 up, so they do fall like leaves. But an aggressive push. Yep. Let's see what happens in the shooting phase.
Let's see what happens.
So over in the shooting phase, this bike unit are using Kraken rounds, so their rapid fire becomes 15 inch instead of 30 inches. So they're in rapid fire range of the Venomthropes. Always shoot the Venomthropes first. Big -1 to hit bubble here. So you're -1 to hit. But re-rolling hit rolls 1 because your Smash Captain is stood there.
Yes.
How many shots have they got at this range? There's a Stormbolter in there as well.
There's a Stormbolter, so they'll have 24 shots.
Nice. Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s.
You got 24 dice.
Yep.
It's like you planned it. And that's okay.
We'll see.
Converted one of them, nice. With the re-roll, that was 15 hits, so strength 4 versus toughness 4. Good luck. I don't know how many that is.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
9 is good.
That was good, very good.
Right, so 9 wounds get through. They have a 5 up save. -1 is a 6 up save. And I make 2 of them. They have 3 wounds each, so that'll kill 1, that'll kill another, and put 1 down to 2 wounds remaining. Which means it's going to be -1 to hit anything with the infantry keyword now, but it won't be -1 to hit any of the big monsters anymore. From the unit of bikes to the unit of vets in the backfield. Now loading Kraken rounds with their Stalker pattern bolt guns give them ridiculous range. So the front 2 guys can pick on the last Venomthrope here. And the back 3 can see these Neurothropes over here as well. So 2 shots into the Venomthrope. It's going to be forced to hit, however.
Yep.
And you get 2 hits. Wounding on 4s.
Oh!
You get 2 wounds at -1.
2, -2, sorry.
-2.
Because they're inherently -1 and the Kraken bolts
Brilliant.
give them -1.
So that's first blood. Bam! Venomthropes are down and you've dropped that -1 screen. And then there's 6 more shots coming to these guys because they're 2 shots each.
Yes.
Now this would have happened at the same time.
Yeah, so they do
still
hit on
-1.
To be honest, I was wanting to shoot the 2+ rounds at him, but I couldn't split the ammo.
Yeah.
Without a stratagem, which I don't want to use.
So let's just describe that. One squad can't fire some type of ammo one direction and the other type of ammo another direction. All the squad load the same ammo in the same turn.
Yes, right? Unless there's a stratagem you can use where you can choose 2 different. I think it's 1 CP.
Okay.
And you can use 2 different. But I'm not. To be honest, these were just opportune shots at them. So we'll see. Force to hit.
Okay.
1 hit.
1 hit.
Well, do you know, after that, I'm not complaining.
No, it's okay. 5's the wound. That's
wound.
a wound. It's -2. Here's a 3 up. It saves it anyway. But first blood, mate. Well, not first blood. First strike. Right, now the Venomthropes are dead. The Corvus Black Star pilot is going after the significant threat. The Zoanthropes down here, putting every single round into them. What will we firing first, sir?
We'll do the twin assault cannon.
Okay.
So I'm hitting on 4s because I moved.
Yeah.
I don't get to reroll 1s because you have fly.
Okay.
And the Auspex array doesn't work against non-fly. It doesn't work against fly units.
Okay.
So 4's to hit.
Then 6, toughness 4, 3's to wound. And that's
4.
okay. But I have 3 up and vulnerable saves.
Yep.
So let's see how many I fail. I failed 1. Next up, the Black Star rocket launcher hits on a...
Yeah, so I'm firing the Corvid warheads, which are heavy d6, but +1 to hit against fly units.
Cool, yeah.
Strength 6, AP -1, so I get 2d6 shots.
Oh dear.
Nah, I'm not spending my CP yet.
Okay.
So hitting on 3s. That's 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. That's 2 wins.
And 2, 3 up and buns. And I
Makes
make them both. And then we've got the Hurricane Bolters.
Hurricane Bolter hits on a 3.
Because it's not heavy.
Nope.
And that was terrible.
Yeah, not as terrible as normal, but...
And 4's to wound. You get 4 wounds through.
1.
You didn't kill 1.
Not yet.
1 is left on 1 wound each. These start off with 3 wounds. Right, further into the shooting phase, this Rhino popped smoke. Then we went to the second biker squad, and he was swimming and ahhing about picking on the Termagants. Now, if he starts shooting at the Termagants, you need to kill them utterly, otherwise she's just going to spawn some more stuff into them. So we decided not to. Instead, he fired Hellfire rounds, which wounds on 2s, into the Zoanthropes. And because they wound on 2s, 9 wounds got through. So I'm definitely going to fail some 3 up now. I'm saying that. Taunting those dice gods. Yeah, I did fail.
Free.
So 1 dies, 1's on 1 wound. Then from the unit of bikes to this unit back here. Now there's a captain or someone there.
Yes, watch captain.
Which is, and you've selected reroll wound rolls of 1 versus elites.
Yes.
And you firing all the shots from that squad into the Zoanthropes as well. And with the Stalker rounds, did 3 wounds, so I have 3 up saves.
Yeah.
And I failed 2, so that's another Zoanthrope dead and 1 on 2 wounds.
Yeah,
and then we've got missile launchers coming.
Yeah, I did the Stalkers first because you'd 1 and 1 wound, and if I get any missiles through, I didn't want to waste it on a single wound guy.
Yes. So how many missiles are coming in?
So I'm getting 4.
Because of the cycling missile launcher over there.
Yep. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s.
Brilliant.
Let's CP 1.
Okay.
Because I'm wounding on 2 plus reroll anyway.
Ones, yeah.
So let's CP 1. I hit. Do I get the CP back? I don't, so I'm down 1. Wounding on 2s. 3 wins.
Okay, so 3 up saves. Each of these does d6
if
damage.
If you could fail them all, that would be
I'll
wonderful.
Try.
2.
2.
2 will do though.
So d3 damage on the first one, which has got
D6.
2. Oh yeah, which has got 2 wounds left.
So first one, 4.
Is dead, and the next one.
The second one is dead.
3. Yeah, so
that
you killed 2.
Way more effective than I was hoping for.
And it looks like this. So instead of this unit doing D3 plus 3 smites, they're only going to be doing D3 smites, normal smites. And instead of casting 2 psychic powers, because I've got 4 or more Zoanthropes, they're only going to be casting 1 psychic power. So, yeah, mission successful there.
Pretty effective. I think now I'm going to put...
Dreadnought.
Yeah, the Dreadnought... Because you're 3 up invuln, I don't really want to risk targeting them. I think I'll try and take out one of these Carnifex.
I would.
So
they're quite close to your bike unit there, and they're very, very angry.
Yes, so the Vendread, 2 las cannons into the Carnifex.
Okay.
Are they both identical?
Yes, they are.
The one closest to bikers then.
Okay.
So hitting on 3s.
Yeah, would be 2s because you're a venerable, but 3s because of spore cysts?
Yep.
And you reroll ones because you're stood next to the dude. And you get 1 hit.
Wounds. Are they elites or heavy support?
These are heavy.
Okay, so wounds on 3s. Wounds.
And it's -3. So I need a 6. I don't get 6 d6 damage.
4.
4. That's half of the wounds blasted off of that Carnifex. Razorback shooting at the same target.
Yep, hitting on 4s. 2 hits.
Both hit. And both wound.
My dice gods have been very kind to me in this game.
So far. Don't tempt them. Don't tempt them. 6s. So
1 gets through.
D6 damage.
D6 damage. 4+, please. Oh, dice gods, you were mocking me there.
See, you tempted them. You tempted them. He's on 1 wound left. Can the Stormbotter from that Dreadnought reach out and touch this guy?
He doesn't.
Oh yeah, 24-inch round.
Only 24.
Well, can he put Kraken rounds in it?
No, the vehicles aren't allowed to use.
Dreadnoughts can't use the.
No, Dreadnoughts and vehicles cannot use special issue ammo.
No, that sucks.
I don't believe I have anything. Oh no. I have a Rhino.
Yeah, Rhino.
I have a single Rhino, can fire 2 shots without special issue. I wish I had the 2-up shells. I think that's pretty much all my firepower.
2
1
hits.
hit. 1, -1.
Oh yeah.
Spore assists. No, doesn't wound.
Right, that's the end of the shooting phase. Now the bikes are declaring a charge into these Tervagants here. You need 9, so good luck.
Yeah, they're probably going to die anyway, so let's try and do something. I can at least try and pin you in here.
See, you shouldn't spend Space Marines so willy-nilly, sir.
I'm Deathwatch, I have to. 9. 5. Probably not worth it, but let's CP it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, 9 makes it in.
So the bikes make it into combat. No damage suffered on Overwatch, and there's 15 attacks here because some of them have chainswords. So you're hitting on 3s, sir.
Yes, 3s to hit. 3s to win, reroll on 1s because you're troops.
Yes. And those are plenty of 2s. I've got 8 6-up saves, and I make 1, so 7 little bugs die. Then it looks like this before I pile in. Here I am after I piled in. Then I was hitting on 4s, wounding on 5s, 3-up saves on the Deathwatch, and I didn't do any wounds. And that is the end of turn 1.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed I can't complain about my dice rolling yet.
No.
It's been very good turn 1.
Well, you've taken out the Venom Thrope, so that -1 to hit bubble's gone. You've collapsed some of my Psychic Might in the backfield. Not killing that Carnifex, it was close. He's on 1 wound left and they don't degrade. So all of my big bugs are untouched at this stage. And I have a lot of bugs. However, you did get first strike. You are scoring that objective up at this side, and you've started to defend the one down in the corner as well. So a strong start from the Deathwatch. It's 2 points to 0. Let's go on to Tyranids turn 1. Here are my orders from the Hive Mind in turn 1. Miss your critical objective. Secure objective 4, which is right in the middle of the table. Terrify is make the Space Marines fail a morale test, and they're Space Marines. They know no fear. And get behind enemy lines is virtually impossible in turn 1 as well. So what I'm going to do, strategic gamble, going to ditch these 2, get the next one, which is area denial. Make sure there are no enemy units within 6 inches of the center. If I manage to do that, I will get 2 points instead of 1, and it's crawling with Deathwatch. So that's unlikely to happen. Here we are after the Tyranid movement phase. Lots of advancing went on. This big squad here advanced all the way forward. The Tyranid Prime keeping Synapse range up this end, pushing out the screen. So deep striking units will be further back. Plus he's going to have to shoot his way through a wall of bugs. This unit also advanced as well, wrapping around the Exocrine. They advanced. Toxicrene didn't advance. He's going to go in there with his big wiggly arms. This Carnifex advanced from over there to take the mission critical objective for me, number 4, which is almost in the centre of the battle grid. So I'm going to get 1 point there. The centre of the battle grid is about there. So in order to get that one, which is my strategic gamble one, I need to kill these units that are around it, which are going to be a bit tough, considering I've got some other threats to take on here. So advancing. I didn't fall back out of combat with the little bugs. I could fall back out and shoot and then go back in again. But this way it stops their Overwatch, because this Carnifex is going to go wheeling in and try and eat them as well. And keeping them locked up in combat, well, let's face it, they're going to get smitten quite a lot as well. But keeping them locked up in combat, so then I can go in and the Carnifex can chew on whatever remains after the psychic phase. Sounds good to me. Also spent a command point on rapid regeneration. At the end of the movement phase, D3 wounds back on the Carnifex. For 2 wounds back on the Carnifex. That's good. Tyrannifex moving up the table, and all the Gene Stealers doing what Gene Stealers do, which is advancing. So I am in threat range, but rolling 3d6 and picking the highest, and Gene Stealers move 8 anyway, with the Broodlord underneath and the Pyrivore staying safe as well, means that I've gone a long way up the left flank all of a sudden. So spreading out all across the lines, the Tervagon spawned another bunch of bugs, so this unit of Tervagants is back up to 20 bugs here.
Making my charge completely useless.
Yes.
Completely did nothing.
Yeah, you're just feeding the grinder there.
Don't get my Overwatch now.
Let's go into the psychic phase. So let's start off this smite train. My Warlord is going to smite on a 5, and that passes, and it will do D3 mortal wounds to the bikes. 3 mortal wounds to the bikes. They've got 2 wounds each, so that'll kill 1.5.
Yep.
It's also got Catalyst, so I need to chuck Catalyst on something. What are you going to shoot at? Yeah, I think I'll chuck Catalyst out on the Neurothropes here. I need a 6. That passes, so they're going to have a 5-up ignore damage. Now let's smite again. Let's smite with this squad, which is going to hit the bikes. See, pushing them forward on the charge as well means that all of these smites aren't hitting them.
Yeah, that was... I mean, my plan was to use Armour of Contempt, which I never remember.
Yeah. To
give him a 5-up save, but you're right. Actually making the charge means they soak up the smite, and it's probably better that this survives, maybe.
Is this Supreme Tactics, or is this a happy...
This was just happy coincidence.
A bit of serendipity.
Happy Supreme Tactics.
Hitting the bikes instead of that thing. Yeah, so 2d6 smite. I need a 6 now. It's my second smite.
Do they not have Brotherhood?
No, we are not a brotherhood at all. We're just a very angry bug. 6.
Yeah, no.
So that passes. Now, there's a unit of 6 there, so I do D3 plus 3 with a smite. With
I see a 5 and a 6. 4.
1.
So that's 2 more gone.
Yeah, 4.
And 1 in a wound.
3 wounds to get through. Smiting on a 7 with this this unit here, and that passes. I've got a 7. D3.
Let's 3. Let's check ranges, because I'm not sure who's closer now.
Actually, yeah, I might hit the Corvus. Now, measuring base to base, which is what you do now, it hit the bikers, wiping the unit, scoring me first strike with my Psychic Might. These guys have got Psychic Scream as well. So I'm going to Psychic Scream. I need a 5. That passes, D3 mortal wounds for 3. It's going to hit a Corvus. You spent a command point on Armour of Contempt, so you ignore mortal wounds on a 5-up.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bother, but he says there's another smite there.
Yeah,
so...
the Broodlord is out of range to onslaught really anything, so he'll smite it as well. And you ignore one of the wounds, statistics. And then the Broodlord will smite. And
8, that's enough,
8.
I believe.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, okay. D3. 2 more. Armour of Contempt. Nope.
Save
So
1.
that thing takes 4 wounds in the psychic phase. The pilot has a headache. Corvus starts off with 14, so he's got 10 left. Last psychic power is the Tervagon. She's got Horror. That one's got Catalyst. He's got Onslaught. So she can cast the Horror. Might as well do it on the Corvus, because if I don't kill it, it's going to be a pain. Need a 6. And that passes, so that'll be -1 for its shots in the shooting phase.
Don't get a 5-up against that.
No. Right, then we moved on to the shooting phase, and the little bugs that could reach out and touch tried to shoot the bikes, didn't do any damage at all. Stinger salvo from the Tervagon, fired up the fly, didn't do any damage. And the Carnifex wanted to shoot the Slam Captain, but couldn't, so instead fired out the bikes and missed. But this Carnifex, because it has D6 shots, I think I rolled a 5 or a 6, managed to put 2 more wounds on the Corvus Blackstar, so it's down to only 8 wounds left.
Mm-hmm.
Now the only 2 things left to fire, so that's all my little shots basically, the only 2 things left to fire is this Tyrannifex and this Exocrine. If the Exocrine stays still, it fires twice, and the same with the Tyrannifex, and mistakes were made, I moved the Tyrannifex. I forgot the range. The acid spray, first time using the model. The acid spray is 18-inch range. I could have stayed back and fired it twice. So instead of 2d6 hits, it would have been 4d6 auto hits. But I moved it.
I didn't know that rule, otherwise I totally would have reminded you.
I forgot about the rule entirely until I looked in the book for my new model to remind myself what it could do. So instead of 2d6 auto hits, because it's an auto hitting weapon, it's instead of 4d6, I'm doing 2d6 because I moved. So let's fire at that flyer with the Stinger Salvo and the acid spray. Stinger Salvo will hit on 5s. I get 2 hits. It's strength 5. I need 5s. Don't get any wounds. Right, 2d6 auto hits with this acid spray as you fly through a spray of acid is 6 auto hits. I don't know what the strength is. So it's strength 7. I need 4s to wound. And I get 5 wounds. But it is -1. Each does d3 damage though. So 5 4-up saves. And you make 4 of them.
Yeah, I cannot complain about that.
So it only does d3 damage.
For once.
For 1 damage after all of that. Right, so that could have been better. Now we're on to the Exocrine. Pyrophor's out of range over there. And decisions. So I could fire at that Rhino. So there's some free kills in there if I make it blow up. But you pop smoke, so I'm hitting on 4s. I could fire at this flyer, but I'm hitting on 4s. Or I could go, I mean, I don't really want to fire at the bikes. The Toxicrene is going to go and tie him up. I don't think you can kill it in Overwatch. So, and the Exocrine would hurt those bikes quite considerably.
Yes.
So I'm thinking about the Dreadnought and the backfield, because those las cannons can start tickling my big stuff, but I really should take on this flyer. Look, I'm going to fire at the flyer, and I'm going to spend a command point on something which gives me +1 damage. I forget what it's called. It's called Pathogenic Slime. Costs 2 command points. Drops me down to 10, I think I've got left. So instead of a damage 2, this Exocrine will be damage 3. But I need to hit you first, and I'm hitting on 4s. 7 hits, strength 7, toughness 7. I need 4s. And I get 2.
That's not going to be enough.
2 at -3, so 2 6-up saves. And you make one of them as well. So,
do you want me to roll that?
No, not at all. So that's only 3 damage off of this thing, which drops it down to 4 remaining. So it took Psychic Blasting. It took basically, if you hadn't moved those bikes in to charge, that would have been dead. That would have been some free kills as it blown up, and then I would. It's still alive. In fact, at the end of the shooting and psychic phase, all I've done is clear away a unit of bikes. So let's eat some stuff. Let's feed the hive mind instead. 1 minute. We just remembered the Toxicrene had some shooting attacks, so I did that with his wiggly arms, but you've got storm shields in there. Then you made all the saves. And then we did the Overwatch for the charge. And you got a lot of hits, a lot of wounds with Hellfire rounds, and I took 1 damage. Now, so long as I don't roll Snake Eyes, I'm going to be in.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'd love to charge with my Carnifex as well into your Slam Captain, but he advanced, so he cannot charge. So that's, surprisingly, the only assault that's happening this turn. Right, the Toxicrene has 6 attacks, and he hits on 3s at this profile. So I hit 4 times, and he's strength 7, but you re-roll fail wounds with this weapon, so I need 3s. I make all the things anyway. It's -2 d3 damage each. So you've got storm shields in there, or not?
Yeah, let's start it with the storm shields.
Okay.
See how long ago.
3 up and bun. No. Yeah, CP.
Yeah, why
CP.
not? Why
okay.
not?
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Nope.
You make it. Do you get your CP back?
Nope.
And then storm shield.
Yep.
Yep, next one. Yep, next one.
Yes.
I did no damage. Storm shield's doing what you put them in there for, tanking all the attacks from the Toxicrene. Now you get to fight back.
3s to hit.
3s to hit with 15 attacks because there's a bunch of chainswords in this unit as well.
1s because my captain's nearby.
Nice.
Don't get too up to wind in the fight phase, unfortunately.
You just have to use your brute strength.
I do.
Toughness 7.
So 5s. That's
okay.
Pretty good. That's 6 wounds.
6 wounds.
No rerolls for mission tactics.
3 up saves. And I failed 3 of them.
Nice.
So that means that it wasn't 11, he's down to 7? 7 left. At the end of the fight phase, Roll a d6 for each enemy model within 1 inch of the Toxicrine, and on a 6-up they suffer a mortal wound. So there's 3 models there.
Yep.
In the front rank fire, second rank fire. So 6s.
Nope.
Nope. And after that fight, that is the end of turn 1 for the Tyranids. Now, you had 2 points. I've got 2 points. I managed to get first strike, and I am securing this objective over here, the mission critical objective. However, you defended your objective back there, so it's 4 points to the Deathwatch and 2 points to the Tyranids. The Tyranids have pushed forward. There's one hell of a screen pushing your deep striking back on the right flank, and on the left flank over here, there's a monster mash in the middle if you want to drop down and take on this psychic battery. You saw what they did. So anything that drops down in this mess is going to get hurt. But there's a Smash Captain back there. He's not your Warlord, is he?
No, he's not. That's the Watchmaster who's still in reserve.
Watchmaster. So the Watchmaster is in reserve. He could drop down now. That Smash Captain's very angry. This thing's loaded up and ready for bear. But it is horrified. Yes. So it's probably going to be hitting on 6s when it shoots now. And this unit, yes, you nailed through a bunch of Zoanthropes last turn with lots and lots of shots. But this unit has got Catalyst on now, so they're going to ignore wounds on a 5-up after getting through their 3-up invulnerable save. That is dirty, and I don't even feel bad.
No, you had a horrendous first turn, I must say.
It could have been better.
Could have been a lot better. The Corvus should have died. Those bikers should be dead.
Yeah. Yeah, the shots that came up at that Corvus and the Psychic Might that came up at that Corvus, let's just say that the pilot is very, very skillful. So let's go on to Deathwatch, turn 2. 4 points to 2 for the Deathwatch, and here are their orders. After defending Objective 2, now they need to secure it. And they also need to hold the line, so they're definitely going to get a couple of points this turn. Defending Objective 3 probably isn't going to happen. It's deep within the Tyranid deployment zone. Right, here we are after the Deathwatch's movement phase. They're securing Objective 2 down here, and they're holding the line. And this unit dropped in from reserve and measuring very carefully and placing models very carefully. They can see this unit Gene Stealers and see through the gaps in the gantries. All of them can see at least the ones on this edge of this Gene Stealer unit up here. And this is the one with all the Stormbolters in. So there's going to be a lot of firepower raining in on my Gene Stealers. Remember, they're re-rolling hit rolls of 1 with this guy close by. And they're re-rolling wound rolls of 1 because they're all infantry. And this unit is joining in, who jumped out of the Rhino and moved forward as well.
Yep.
So that's a lot of firepower about to rain in on my troops.
Yep. I disembarked the squads and the captain here.
From the Corvus.
3 inch down, 3-6, and the jump guy can move further to get me closer. The watch captain came up. He can either go after this or them if I don't kill them. Bikers fell back. They can still charge.
Yeah, because that's what bikers can do in the Deathwatch, so I like it.
This squad disembarked on the Rhino.
Yeah.
The Corvus moved over. He's going to drop his bomb on them. So that's on any up to 10 dice. 1 per model in the unit, up to 10. And I'm going to do... on 6s they take mortal wounds.
Okay, let's do it. Is that
no, I didn't pass over them. So on 6s...
Okay.
1
6.
wound.
So you kill a little bug.
Yes. It's just a small bonus.
I like it. And that's once per game, right?
No, it's every turn.
Is it?
That's why it's only 6s.
I like it. So 6s to wound with his mortal wound bomb. He's going to be 6s to hit as well because he's got the horror on him right now. So some pressure on the right flank. We've got the Slam Captain and a Deathwatch kill team coming right up the middle tank, and an awful lot of pressure over on the left flank. So let's go on to the shooting phase. Right, starting over here, you spent 2 CP on what, doing what?
So, Deathwatch have a stratagem called Synaptic Severance.
Sounds painful.
Which means that I can target a Synapse character even if they're not the closest model.
Okay.
So, what I'm going to do... I didn't... made a mistake. My Warlord isn't on the table, so I couldn't roll to regenerate command points with him.
Okay.
But I didn't get any.
Yeah,
so it doesn't matter.
You haven't got any at all yet.
So I'm now down to 4. So I'm just going to put all my bolter shots into him. Because I figure if I kill him... These guys can charge, these guys can charge, hopefully deal with the Hormigants.
Yeah, and then my next Synapse creature is all the way over there. So these are going to be really susceptible to morale tests if you take out
that is
my Synapse creature here.
So I'm going to use the Poison Shells, 2+. When hitting on 3s.
And that's really bad. Only 9 hits. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
No.
Winning on 2s.
Winning on 2s. That's 7 though. I don't think I'm going to kill him unless you get really unlucky.
Here's a 3-up save. I get really unlucky. That's 5 wounds.
Got close.
He's got 6 wounds, so he's got 1 wound remaining.
Well, that makes up for my luck.
So Tyranid Prime on 1 wound left. You can target him with anything else because he's a character. And then we had Storm Bolt of Fire, Assault Cannon Fire, Hurricane Bolt of Fire go into the Hormogaunts, and he killed a chunk of them. And then the missiles flew back and hit the Zoanthropes and didn't do any damage.
Yeah, but, the reason I split fire was the missiles get +1 hit against fly, so I was hitting on 5s rather than 6s.
But no damage caused there, so it's looking like this after all that fired. Now we're on to this squad.
The Stalker Bolters are going to fire at the top screen with their poison shells.
Okay.
Is that the top screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3s to hit.
Yep. That's much better.
Very good.
2s to wound.
2s to wound.
I remember when Stone Guard used to have poison rounds. Oh, those were the days.
Yep, that's 9 wounds at -1.
9 wounds at -1. So, why is it -1?
Stalker Bolters, they're -1 inherently.
I like it. So 4-up saves. That Toxicrene is in a bad way. It loses 5 more wounds. How many was it on? It was only on 8 left, so it's down to 3. Mind you, Hellfire rounds were invented during the first Tyranid War, you know.
They were.
Exploding bolt guns with pathogenic slimes and things like that.
While I'm here, we'll put a grenade into them. Okay. See if I can finish them off.
Nice. 2s to hit.
5s, I presume? No, nothing.
No. Grenade
so that's not good.
Explodes harmlessly off a shell.
Yep.
So the bikes can't fire because they fell back. They can still charge, that's their thing. Where are we going now, sir?
We're going to go here, and we're going to do something that the internet loves. I'm going to split fire.
Don't split fire.
Again.
Don't.
I'm going to put the 3 frag cannons into the Xanthropes.
Yes.
The reason I'm splitting fire is the shotgun rounds, the flamer rounds are only strength 3, so I'm going to put the shotgun rounds into those guys.
Yes.
To clear some damage. He has a well, I can shoot him separately, so I'm going to put the hand flamer and the shotgun rounds into these guys, and I'm going to put the 3 frag cannons into the Xanthropes to see if I can do some damage there.
So, flamer shotgun rounds?
Yes, they are 7-inch, heavy D6, strength 3.
I just like the imagery of shotguns shooting out walls of flame. Brilliant.
So they've got 3 types of round. One is reroll to wounds, strength 4 reroll to wounds. I think the other is 2 damage.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think the other's 2 damage, so...
where are we starting first then?
We'll do the frag cannons to start with.
Frag cannons into Zoanthropes.
Yeah.
What shells are you firing?
I'm going to do the auto hit shells.
Okay.
So that's 66.
Is it?
Yep.
66 auto hits. That many number of auto hits. So that was 22 auto hits at strength 6. This will win on 3s.
Yep. No rerolls.
Zoanthropes get burned.
Ooh.
10 wounds got through. 3-up saves. And I've got Catalyst on. I've had 5 so far, so I ignore wounds on a 5-up. And I ignore 2. 3 get through. That's 1 dead Zoanthrop.
I'll take that.
Now the shotgun's going in the Turvagants. This is the number of auto hits.
Yep.
Shotgun Flamers of Death.
Ooh, and the hand flamer gets D3, so that's an extra 1.
11 hits at strength 3.
Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s, sorry. Rerolling 1s because you're troops. There's no 1s. That's not bad actually.
Is it -1?
No minuses.
Okay,
no minuses.
so they have a 6-up save, and you burn 5 of them to a crisp. Then more shots came in from the squad in the middle. There's a combi flamer in there. Killed a chunk more Turvagants. So moving across the line, we're coming down to the left flank now. The squad that disembarked from the Rhino is firing at the Gene Stealers.
Yep.
What are we doing first, sir?
Frag cannons.
Frag cannons.
46 auto hits.
This
15.
is scary. You see 2d6 auto hits at a time. I like it. 15 auto hits. Winning on 3s. And you get to reroll 1s because I'm infantry and you're Deathwatch.
Because you're troops.
Because I'm troops.
That's 14. Minus doesn't matter.
That's
14 wins.
Scary. We're doing the bolt of fire as well.
Yep.
So 3s.
3s.
And
Hellfire shells because you've got an invuln.
okay, 2s.
4 more wins.
So we'll add them to all these that are in my hand. Many saves. I have 5-up invulnerable save, lightning reflexes as I dodge right and dodge left. And there's 12 in that squad. So after I take all those away, That was a 4 before I knocked it over.
4, 6, 8, 12.
12. Perfectly efficient, sir. So after that squad fired, there's a Gene Stealer shaped gap. And now we've got the squad that teleported in. And you're firing at the other Gene Stealers?
Yep, so because of the way these deployed, I have to use the Kraken bolts, which are -1 AP, but extra range.
Yep.
So they're all in rapid fire, so that's 36 Stormbolter shots.
36 Stormbolter shots. But instead of winning on 2s, you'll be winning on 4s.
I'm winning on 4s, rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s because of troops. This is going to be nasty. So after rolling to hit, rerolling 1s, because that dude's back there. Rolling to wound, rerolling 1s. You did 17 wounds, which is many. Many 5-up. See, it's +1 cover save because I'm in this terrain piece there, but you fire Kraken rounds, which are -1.
Oh yeah, that does make a difference.
So it's a 5-up cover or 5-up in Van. There's 12 in this squad as well. I think I might survive. And I lost 9. 9. So pulling from the back, because otherwise my characters would be exposed, leaving only 3 Gene Stealers remaining. So those 2 squads there just took out 21 Gene Stealers. That's nasty. That is very nasty.
Yep.
I love it. The Xenos Hunters doing what Xenos Hunters do. Right. What else we got, sir?
I forgot to say, I changed at the start of the turn, I changed my mission tactics to heavy support.
Okay.
So I can target these Carnifexes.
Okay.
So we're going to put the Venerable Dread into this unwounded one.
Okay.
To start
so
with.
It's 3s to hit because of the Spore Cyst.
Yep.
Spore Cloud or whatever it's called.
1 hit.
Okay.
Let's...
You've got 4 CP left.
I've got 2 in the mid. No, we're not wasting it.
Okay.
We're not
3s
wasting
to
it.
wound, strength 9, toughness 7.
3s to wound.
You
1
did a
wound.
wound. I need a 6-up and done, which I fail, and it does D6 damage. This Carnifex is uninjured, but now he takes 2 damage. He's got 6 left.
Let's CP that one.
CP
Let's
that
CP
one.
that one.
Good luck. 3.
3, yeah.
3, so 5 left. After the Dreadnought, moving on to the Razorback, it put the Stormbolter into the Gene Stealers, killing 1 more, and the twin Las Cannon is going into that Carnifex. So hitting on 4s with the Las Cannon.
Yep.
And re-rolling that 1 because of the Captain stood right by.
That's true.
So
That's
2 hits, target acquired.
3s to wound.
And you spent a CP on the damage already, so the shots thump into the Carnifex, but it just grumbles and shrugs it off. Oh no. Mind you, still got some more missile launchers back there.
I do.
So if you really don't like that Carnifex, you could have some more shots into him, if you want to.
Yeah, no, I think we'll do the Stormbolter then into that. See if
Okay,
we can
let's do that.
some damage
Cameras
to
in my hand.
them. That's 1 hit. That's no wins. Don't get to reroll for chapter tactics for them.
Alright, a bit of thinking. You really don't like that Carnifex. So putting everything from the last squad into that Carnifex. There's 2 missile launchers plus the Cyclone missile launcher going into him. It stayed still. So 3s down to 4s because of the Spore thing. Rerolling 1s.
Yep. We'll start with the Stalkers using the poison shells.
Nice, I like it.
Hitting on 4s. Rerolling the 1s. Wounding on 2s. Rerolling the 1s.
Because of the heavy thing.
That's 5 at -1.
5 minus 1. 4 ups. I lose 3 wounds. He's down to 2 left. These missiles are definitely going to do it, right?
Should it? Do you know what? I've got a Stormbolter on him. Let's see if I can finish him off with
We're
it.
firing the missiles into him anyway.
Yeah, we'll fire the missiles. Damn, I should have split my fire.
Never split fire.
Never split fire. Yeah, don't. That's 2 hits.
2 hits.
3s to win or 4s?
3s to win.
3s to
Iron
win.
toughness 7. Rerolling the 1.
Yeah, 1
Get
minus
1 through.
2.
Minus 2. So he's got 2 wounds left. I need to make a 5. I don't make a 5. D6 damage.
Oh,
And
just
he
enough.
just did it. The
Just
Carnifex explodes in a shower of explosion.
Does he explode?
No,
No.
he doesn't explode. He just crumples.
That's alright then.
Explosion for narrative effects.
Yes.
Missile launch went into him, and now there's no more Carnifex. No more Carnifex. We think that's the end of the shooting phase.
Yep.
Yeah, everything on the left flank fired, everything in the middle fired. So at the end of that shooting phase, you tore through a chunk of little bugs in the middle, and on the right there and in the middle here. And you've taken out a lot of Gene Stealers. I mean, a lot of Gene Stealers and a Carnifex. So charges. We're going to have some charges coming up. Right, in the charge phase, let's start over here. I've got no shooting attacks. The veterans are charging the Hormogaunts and the Prime. Let's see how far they make it.
12.
They make it 12, so I think they'll definitely be able to tie up everyone there. Then after we move the charging models, it looks like this. Big fight is about to erupt there. Now over here, you're declaring this squad in the middle into the Termagants and the Zoanthropes. Our fired Overwatch haven't done any damage. So let's see how far you go. And they're
7.
in. After the veterans charged in, the captain came in as well to the Termagants. Then we went on to the jump captain here. Now, you can't jump in a straight line anymore. It's along and up. And worry that you might not make that charge. You've instead declared a charge into the Toxicrene. We've done Overwatch, didn't do any damage at all. You're changing your mind now?
No, I'm just thinking, because I want to take him out, so I'll probably attack here first. But then you can interrupt, and you might take out my Smash Captain. But do you know what?
I think I'm hitting on 5s now. Just don't roll Snake Eyes and you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in.
Let's.
So go in that way instead of the Neurothropes. I'm quite happy with that. He's on 3 wounds left. There's no way I'm paying to interrupt because he's hitting on stupid now.
That's fine.
So charges across the right and in the centre. No charges in the left flank where all the Gene Stealers died.
Well, 1, I'm not in range. 2, I'm not suicidal.
Yeah, but 3, you'll probably slip on the blood of your enemies there because there's a lot of Gene Stealer blood left over. Okay, so this could be a brutal turn. It's already been pretty brutal.
Yes.
And now we're going into the fight phase. Right, in the fight phase, we moved over to this squad of veterans and the bikers, and we did a lot of rolling off camera because we thought he was dead completely. I'm doing it a bit against the rules. The bikers and the veterans, I'm not paying interrupt. We're going to fight him. This 3 and these 2 fighting him. And then these bikers into the Hormogaunts and these guys into them. And I said I wasn't going to pay to interrupt. We might as well do all of these together because he's on 1 wound left. He was definitely going to die, right? And then after rolling 3s to hit and 5s to wound, you did 1 wound.
I did 15 attacks. I got 5 hits and a wound.
A wound. And I've got 1 wound left. And he's my synapse. So I need to hold on here. So I need a 3-up save on 1 wound.
Yep. Yeah, he's fine.
And I make the save. So things get a bit more interesting over on this flank. Then we did the rest of the fights and you wiped out the Hormogaunts with ease. I had spent a command point on Caustic Blood at the beginning of the phase. Don't think I said that on camera. And what happens is for every model that you kill on a 6, I can do wounds back to you. I have acid for blood. So 4 of these bikes are going to be wounded on 6s as acid spills back.
That's 1.
One of them takes a wound. And 10, it was 10 spilling back on this big Deathwatch squad here. So I need 10 6s here. That's all I need. I get 3 6s.
3's okay.
So acid spills back as you wipe out that squad. Across to the right flank now, we're going to the Slam Captain, smashing away with his big hammer into the Toxicrene, hitting on 3s.
He's rerolling 1s.
So he managed to get 3 hits in. He's strength 8, I'm toughness 7.
Okay, 3's to wounds.
1 wound.
He's got how many left?
3 wounds left. So if I make a 6-up save, I'm alive.
I need CP up.
Really?
Up. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you not got like a feel no pain or something?
Not on him. Not on him. I've got a 1 in 6 chance of surviving.
Do you know what? I think it's worth it to take
Really?
him out. I do.
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
If you better roll. Better roll these 1-6.
Boxcars coming up.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6.
It was worth it.
Right, when he dies, he explodes.
Of course he does.
First up, he has acid blood, so each time he loses a wound in the fight phase on a 6, he does mortal wounds back again. So there's no 6s there. And then when he dies, he has Death Frenzy, and then I roll a 6, which I don't roll a 6, but if I'd have rolled a 6 there, I could have done mortal wounds back to you as well. Toxicrene gone, choosing not to consolidate with the captain, because then if I keep you locked up in combat, you can't fall back and charge something else. And now we're going to go on to this squad of veterans, hitting these little bugs down here with many, many attacks. Rolling a hit, re-rolling 1s because there's a captain there, and rolling a wound, re-rolling 1s because of mission tactics. Got 12 wounds through. I've only got 8 bugs left. 6s, no, they're wiped out. Then the vets consolidated towards the closest enemy unit, which is the Neurothrope. Now the captain didn't declare these guys as a subject of the charge as well. So he's just hanging out there, ready to get killed by lots of big bugs. And that's the end of Deathwatch turn 2.
Oh no, attacks back.
No?
You still got to do your attacks back.
Where am I attacking back?
You attack back.
Oh yeah.
And they two. I consolidated into them and them. So
okay, so let's do the little Gribblies. They're probably not going to do anything, hitting on 4s, wounding on 5s. So the little bugs piled in. This squad piling in all the way around here. And I managed to kill one in that squad over there. And put some hits on the Smash Captain as well, tying him up, which means that if I stay locked up in combat with him, and I am, he can't jump out of combat and charge something else. I could fall out of combat and try and put some shots into him, but we'll see how the psychic phase goes, let's put it that way. So killed one in that squad. All of these guys hit the bikers. One of them was on 1 wound left after the acid blood sprayed onto them, and I didn't do any wounds. Now we're on to the Tyranid Prime. We've already lost some this turn. Morale could be a thing if I could kill some more.
Yep.
Tyranid Prime has 4 attacks and he hits on 2s with his Lash Whip and Bone Sword. So that is 4 hits. And it's Strength User, AP -2. I am Strength 5, so only 3s to wound. And I get 3 wounds at AP -2.
No Storm Shields in this unit, so
no?
5s. Yeah, not rolling like that.
I only kill 1 more. And that's the end of everything. I don't have any morale to take because Synapse is a thing, but you did lose 4 in this squad. Leadership 9,
yep.
So that's 5 plus 4 is 9. You pass, so that's the end of the morale phase. And that's the end of Deathwatch turn 2 and water phase. You've secured that objective over there and got hold the line, so it's 6 points to 2.
And I'm going to discard defend 3.
Okay, so that one's going in the pop. I discarded area denial last turn. Maybe I should have kept it in my hand. But that was a brutal turn. I've suffered horrendous casualties all the way across the line. Losing a Carnifex and losing all those Gene Stealers was significant because that's a lot of close combat punch. And the Toxicrene as well. It's quite a lot of close combat punch. So I suddenly find myself on the back foot already. And you've still got 2 units in reserve that you can teleport in at any time. So it looks like the Deathwatch have the upper hand here. Let's see how the Tyranids respond. Hive Fleet Krakens, turn 2. Here are my orders from the Hive Mind in turn 2. Swarm, secure more objectives than the Deathwatch. I should be able to do that. Defend 1 is way in their deployment zone. Not going to be able to do that. Big Game Hunter, take out a Rhino or that Corvus Blackstar on 4 wounds left. That should be achievable. Because these 2 are achievable, I'm not going to take a strategic gamble at all. I'll keep them in my hand. Right, 6 points to 2 for the Deathwatch, and this is going to be a critical turn for me. If I don't do some damage this round, then Hive Fleet Kraken will fold like a deck of cards. So I need to swarm. I need to cover more objectives than the Deathwatch. They're currently holding 2. So I've advanced all over the place. The Tyranid Prime up there, the unit of 2 Zoanthropes there, plus I'm on this objective here. So I've got 3 objectives, you've got 2. So I am swarming, there's a point. And then Big Game Hunter, take out either this thing on 4 wounds or a Rhino, that's another point. But defending the other objective, it's that one, isn't it, over there? So I'm not getting to that one. So I should get back to 6 points to 4 at the end of this turn if everything works out. I just need everything to work out. So advanced all over the place. The Broodlord, the Gene Stealers advancing in, the Carnifex advancing in, and with Onslaught, if I put Onslaught on him, he'll be able to charge when he advances, and then I can get lots and lots of attacks in on that squad that dropped out of a teleportarium there with the Stormbolters. They were brutal. And of course the Pyrovores advancing as well. They can fire their guns after advancing. Rolling 3d6 for Kraken. You were saying there wasn't really a turn where I didn't roll a 6.
No.
So, yeah, when you got 3 dice, one of them's going to pop up at 5 or 6, so you're going to get a long way. This turn, I kept the Tyrannofex stationary, so I can fire all of his guns twice.
Yep.
And that squad there has got lots of flamers in and Fragstorm missile launchers and all that stuff. They're dead. They're dead. That's the plan. Over here, there's a captain who's going to get charged by a Trigon. Probably not the best matchup for my Trigon, but it's going to take him a long time to hack his way through all her wounds. My Warlord is looking a bit exposed over here, my Synaptic Linchpin. But you've got 2 units that can deep strike in, And you won't be able to deep strike within 9 inches of an enemy unit around me.
Nope.
And once my psychic phase is done, there shouldn't be too many of this squad left again, because my synaptic linchpin is closest to that one. I made sure when they advanced over, they're closer to that one as well. And then the squad on top here, the Neurothropes, the 5 Neurothropes, I've got the big 6 floated all the way down here. And I've made sure I'm just closer to the squad of bikes than I am to the Slam Captain. Long story short, Slam Captain isn't going to get much psychic might washed against him this turn. But this unit of bugs will pile in and will tie him up. So even if he jumps out, he can't assault something else. He can jump back and shoot with the fly keyword, but he can't jump back and attack. And I need to try and keep my Synapse alive, which is why they came over this way as well, by the way, because that's Synapse. And if he died and you put like 5-10 rounds into these guys, then they'd fold in the morale phase. Mm-hmm. But this way they're Synapse as well, so they keep them alive. And they broke out of combat because I was very aware that you could drop something in over here and charge in, and then that's the end of the Exocrine, shooting for turn after turn after turn. Plus, they're not going to do very much in close combat, the Termagants versus a unit of Deathwatch bikers. So they're falling back, keeping an inch away from enemy models, and trying to screen the Exocrine. So if this works, I should kill the flyer with this thing and a chunk of bikes. I should clear out the middle, and I should put quite a bit of pressure in your back castle as well. You'll still be in the lead.
Yeah,
and then you're going to have to get very tactical with your last 2 remaining units.
I am. This could turn it around. If you have a really good turn, I could be very much on the back foot.
So you killed half my army last turn. I need to kill half your army now.
Pretty much.
So let's go on to the psychic phase. So let's smite. Now, I'm not going to be re-rolling ones because I'm too far away from my synaptic linchpin. But I need a 5. Going to hit these bikes. And that works. There's no denial because that unit has 4 or more. This is 2d3 mortal wounds on the bikes.
Nice.
Let's 4 mortal wounds on the bikes. And they also have Psychic Scream, which is exactly like a smite. I need a 5. That passes. This does d3 mortal wounds for another 2. Right, my next smite is casting on a 6. It's this squad here. It will hit the Deathwatch in the middle. And I fail. I needed some of them dead.
CP reroll?
Is there is a jump back guy in there? So
yes, there is. You can fall back and shoot.
No CP reroll. Okay. This one is going to smite in. This one needs a 7 now. And that's a 7.
Does
do D3 mortal wounds. For only 1 mortal wound. Only kill 1. And my linchpin is going to put Catalyst on them because I think you're going to drop something in there and shoot them. So Catalyst on the Neurothropes one more time. Don't need line of sight, but it just any Tyranid unit within 18 inches, and I need a 6, and that's a 6. Sorry, that was a 7. Right, on to her. Trigon. Now I could smite, but I'm not. Horror's a 24-inch range, and I am in range of that Stormbolt and Nasty squad over there. So I'm going to horrify them, so they're -1 to hit. I need a 6. That passes.
Yep.
Right, apart from these Neurothropes, this has been going terribly well. So now we're on to the Broodlord. The last thing I need to do is onslaught on this Carnifex. If I don't get this off, then a Broodlord will be going in there on his own. And there is a jump back guy in that squad as well. So even after I nom my way through some of them, you can still fall back and shoot. So I really need onslaught. Need a 6. And I get a 6. Which means even though I advanced, he can charge. Oh, I forgot to do rapid regeneration. I was going to do it at the end of the movement phase on him. Cost a CP, recover D3. 3 more.
Nice.
That one's back up to 6.
That helps a lot.
Thank you for letting me do that.
I could, 3 wounds with 2 up shells, 40 shots. Potentially, that may come back to haunt me.
I was definitely going to do that though. Moving up.
No, of course.
Yep. Okay, right. Psychic phase was okay. Let's shoot some guns. Right, the Carnifex is an assault weapon which fires D6 times, 4 times, firing at the Stormbolter squad that I'm going to charge. I need 5s to hit though because I advanced. I get 3 hits. Target acquired. These dice available from deploymentzone.tv. It's strength 7, wounding on 3s. I get 2 wounds at -3, but it's only 1 damage each. So you got storm shields, right?
Yeah, why not?
How many storm shields you got in that squad?
3 in total.
You'll be fine.
First one fails.
Maybe not.
Second one passes.
Okay, so I just killed one.
Yep.
Now we're on to the Pyrovores. I advanced up. 10-inch is their flamer weaponry. It's assault, so I can fire them. They're basically heavy flamers. So 3d6 auto hits on a Stormbolter squad. And that's 9 hits.
It's not.
Strength 5. I need 3s. Oh dear. I get 8 wounds through. 8 wounds on these guys at -1.
Let's not take them the storm shields because I'd rather have them alive to deal with your combat attacks.
Okay, good luck.
Ooh,
did you just lose 5?
5 just died.
So 6 out of 10 in that squad have been wiped out by flame and by plasma. That was nasty. It's about to get nastier because the acid spray from this Tyranid, all shots from this Tyranid, are going to go into that squad of Deathwatch veterans with the frag cannons there. Now I stayed still, so instead of 2d6 auto hits, I've got 4d6 auto hits for this number of auto hits. Strength 7, so I'm winning on 4s, and that wasn't as good as last time. That was 5 wounds. 5 wounds at -1, sir. Each does d3 damage, but you don't care about that. No storm shields in here.
Nope. So
4s.
Only 1 this
Only
time.
1.
That makes up for some of it.
Oh dear, this isn't working. I've got a Stinger Salvo, however, and that fires twice as well. This hits on 4s, and I get 2 hits.
Damn.
It's strength 5 -1, so I need 3s. I get 2 more wounds at -1, and I kill 1 more. See, I'd have thought from the shots, the acid spray, that they'd have been dead, and I'd have only tickled a couple of them. But
yeah, that was my prediction as well, but that was not the case.
So what I'm going to do is fire the Stinger Salvo from her, from the Turvagon, into them as well, because there really should be more flamers dead.
Mm-hmm.
This is hitting on 4s and wounding on 3s. 2 more wounds at -1 on that squad. Please die. You're not dying.
I choose not to.
You choose not to. Moving across the line, I've got no more shooting. They're in close combat. They fell back from combat. Zone throats don't shoot. They just have mind bullets. So the last thing left is the Exocrine. And it's going to be 12 shots firing up in the sky, trying to take out this Corvus Blackstar. I need this for Big Game Hunter.
You're going to miss, and I'm going to laugh heartily.
Right, I'll spend another 2 CP on that thing that increases my... No, I don't need that, you see, because it'll get its damage from 2 to 3, and I need 2 wounds to get through no matter what. So it doesn't help me. So I won't spend that on that pathogenic slime. I'm just going to hit on 4s. Please don't laugh. 4s to hit. Ah!
Ooh,
that's okay.
That's
that was 6 hits.
Good.
And I need strength 7, toughness 7?
1s and 2s.
I'm afraid not.
A few. -3?
Yeah, I'm going to command point. I need 2 to get through, so I am going to command point reroll.
Okay. Yep.
There you go. So you need to make at least 3 6s to keep it alive.
Oh, please.
The Emperor,
no, 1.
The Emperor protects, but not that much.
Does it blow up? It doesn't.
Doesn't blow up. That is at least Big Game Hunter.
It is.
I am swarming these objectives as well. That's the end of my shooting and psychic phase. Now we've got some charges coming up. What will happen is we'll have a Turvagon going into a captain. She's got a flamer. Can't be flamer. It's not a melter, right?
No, it's combi flamer.
Phew. And we're going to... See, this is interesting. I was going to put everything into that squad. Now I might charge that squad. But there's frag cannons.
If you were... I think you'll be... If you were still on 3 wounds... I would be less confident because your toughness 6 is it or 5?
7.
So I'm wounding on 5s.
Are you?
Yeah, because I'm only strength 6.
AP minus
1.
Right, let's get greedy. Let's do the Conifex into them.
Okay.
And the Brood Lord first, eat the Overwatch into them. So let's do the Overwatch on camera for these guys.
Okay.
Because
yep, you killed me at range. So
because this could hurt.
Frag cannons.
Yeah. Number of auto hits as the Carnifex comes wheeling in.
14.
Okay.
I'm needing 5. So,
yes. Burn this big bug.
Ooh, that's
okay.
5 at -1.
5 at -1. I am going to survive this. I've got 6 wounds left. 4 up saves as I'm compiling in. I only take a wound. Right, this is what happened after I charged. The bolter didn't hurt the Carnifex as well, so he's on 5 wounds with that. The Broodlord made it in without taking any wounds. Now the Gene Stealers are going to try and jump in as well. 7-inch charge, -1, 6 inches. So the Gene Stealers just get into that squad as well. And right, so after the Carnifex and the Broodlord and the Gene Stealers, what a mouthful, got in all of the way over here. Turvagon charged the captain here, and then I foolishly decided to go in with the Neurothropes as well. Now, they've got the fly keyword, I can fall back and still do my psychic stuff. Plus there's a bike on 1 wound, so I might be able to tickle, and charging units go first, so if I get my attacks in and kill it, I might save my prime. There's a method for the madness. However, aware that you have 2 CP left and can pay to interrupt, I think I need to attack first. Let's attack with Carnifex. At the end of its charge phase, it's got crushing charge. It will do a mortal wound on a 4. That's a mortal wound. Kills one of them. Now, typically they're 4 attacks, but I've got +1 attack because I've got 2 sets of monstrous scything talons. So it's 5 attacks. He does hit on 4s, but 3s when he charges. And I hit twice.
It's enough.
It's strength 6, and I reroll 1s to wound. And there's a 1. I get a wound at -3, 3 damage.
6 up save. Nope. 1 more frackan falls.
Okay. Do you want to pay to interrupt anywhere?
No. No. Right. Totally not worth the last 2 CP.
Let's do the Broodlord. After Carnifex, it's the Broodlord's time to nom his way through. He is hungry. He's angry. You killed a lot of his children all around him. He's very, very angry. He hits on 2s. He hits all the time. Oh, is he angry? Strength 5, so I'm winning on 3s, but Broodlords reroll all failed wound rolls. Like
just
those,
as well. Yeah, just as well.
Those 4 failed wound rolls. Okay. So 6s are AP -6, and these are AP -3. So
yeah. So we'll start with the -6 on the storm shields.
Okay.
I mean, we'll probably take these all on the storm shields till I die. 1, 2,
okay, 4 more at -3,
3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, nice.
I'm sorry.
No, that's beautiful.
That's horrendous.
The Broodlord comes in there like a wrecking ball, really angry, nomming his way through, and the veteran with the storm shield steps forward, raises his shield high, and says, "You shall not pass."
Well, at least
I like it.
Half the audience will be happy I can't complain about my rolls now, so
I think
that's horrendous.
Everyone who's an Imperium will think that. Oof. Now, the thing is, can he withstand this flank attack of the Gene Stealers? He stepped up to take on the Broodlord. Gene Stealers have 3 attacks each. If there was more of them, I'd have 4 attacks each. But within range of the Broodlord, I'm hitting on 2s now.
Yep, same as the Cults.
So 2s to hit. I get 5 hits. I am strength 4. I'm wounding on that. And I reroll 1s to wound, I think. This is the rending clause.
No, you don't.
No?
No, I don't think so.
1 minute, let me check the book. Yeah, 2 wounds, 1 at -4, 1 at -1. So
take the -4 on the storm shield to start with.
He can't be in 2 places at the same time.
He can.
He can be.
And let's take the second one on the storm shield. Oh, he finally falls.
Finally, he falls.
Deployments on TV dice.
I know. Well,
I recommend them.
Yeah, you withstood a lot of fire.
They should be dead. I'm not going to deny it. That was incredibly.
And
lucky.
The unit next to them as well with all the acid.
Yeah, I mean I can fall back. I can't shoot. So.
Yes. Okay, so that happened. Where else are we going? Next up, I think we're going to do Turvagon versus Captain. So the Turvagon has got 3 attacks with a massive scything talon. She hits on 4s. She hits twice, and she's strength 7, so she wounds on 3s and reroll wound. No, just 1 gets through. It's -3, but it does do d6 damage, so your Iron Halo needs to flicker into life.
Nope.
It doesn't.
5 or 6, 1 in 3 chance of slaying them.
Yeah, 4 wounds on this guy. D6 damage is one of these things. I mean, it's bigger than the barn door. Slams down and...
Oh, beautiful.
Smash
you deserve that. You deserve that.
Red mist, mate. Just red mist. Okay, charging units. We're on to these Zoanthropes. Right, I'm not expecting to do much here, but there is 1 wound on this bike. So Zoanthropes hit on 4s. They all hit. His strength 4, toughness 5 though. So I wound on 5s. And 4 wounds get through.
Can I go proper Scottish? Gonna need do that.
I have no idea. 3 wounds get... What you said that? What did you just say?
Gonna not do that.
Oh, right, okay.
1? Kills
Killed
1.
one. It was like a plan and everything. Can you...
Gonna need do that.
Brilliant. That's like low Gothic or something, isn't it? High Gothic is the language that everyone speaks and everyone understands. But low Gothic is essentially a word for all the colloquialisms and all the different dialects that they speak on all the different planets. So different people speaking Low Gothic can't really understand each other sometimes.
I think we call that the YouTube comment section.
Yeah, please comment below on what the hell the difference between Low Gothic and High Gothic. I do know, but brain fart right now. Right, that's all the charging units. Now, do I go with this guy first? There's so many little bugs here. I don't think you're going to chew through them all. I'm hoping you're not going to be able to chew through them all. So I'm going to... Yes. I
think you have to go here.
I have to go over here. Keep him up. Mind you, what happens if he dies now? So what if he dies? So what? Mind you, these guys aren't going to do anything anyway. The Termagants aren't going to do anything.
If you can kill more of these guys, that's less firepower into your exocrine or...
Yeah. That makes perfect sense. 2s to hit with the Tyranid Prime. He gets 3 hits. He's strength 5. So he wounds on 3s. I get 3 wounds at AP -2 on your veterans. And 2 of them fall this time. To his lash whip and stone sword. So now you can pick a model that isn't assaulting and fight back like a shield captain.
Do the veteran squad.
Okay. So they'll pile in. So the vet squad piled in, killed 6 of the bugs. We're going to do the bug attacks back. I'm going to put 8 attacks on the vet squad because I might kill one. Oh, and we did a couple of attacks on the shield captain. Didn't wound him because he's a shield captain. He's a boss. 4s to hit. 4 hits. I need 5s to wound with the little bugs because every little bit counts. 3.
That is nice. That is nice. That's less nice.
See, I killed one last turn. I killed one this turn. Now it's your Smash Captain hitting these bugs. He's just going to destroy 4. Yep. He hits 4 times.
Reroll because you're...
No, 3 times.
2.
Oh, he only killed 2. He only killed 2. And then that's it. Now we've got these guys and your biker fighting back. So I take 2 of these away. Come on. Make sure they stay on that objective there. That's a little bit cheaty, but you know what I mean. I would have...
Yeah.
I've holding a camera in one hand. Right. Over here, can you take out this Tyranid Prime? I'm saying no. I'm saying he's a boss. If he survives this, he'll get a name. His name shall be Kevin.
Fucking attacks.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
3s to hit.
Not like that.
Kevin defies you.
5s to wind. Oh, one again.
Win.
One again.
Hang in there, Kevin. Kevin, the Tyranid Prime. You could do this.
Oh, come on.
A new hero is born.
I mean, I can't complain, but still.
A new hero is born and his name shall be Kevin.
Wow.
Right, we're on to the veteran biker.
Okay.
Sergeant. He's got 3 attacks, right?
Yeah, 3 attacks.
Yep.
3 hits.
4s to wound.
1 wound.
3 up and run. And a catalyst save. Nope. So,
you don't want to swap them?
No.
Okay.
Kevin defies you.
Damn you, Kevin!
Right, that's the end of my turn 2, and that was brutal. We're on to morale. You lost a couple here, you're fine. You're fine. Over here, not so much.
4 here.
Yes.
We're lost. 9.
Plus
That's
5 is 9.
I think the sergeant has 9, so I think that's a fail. Let me check.
Initial no fail. We'll re-roll it anyway, and then
we'll re-roll
see
and I'll check my leadership. No, he's
that's
good.
fine.
These guys lost 7.
Yes.
I don't think it's worth the 2 CP. My
No?
last 2 CP, keep in mind. To be honest, I was expecting them to die, and it's not like all they've done is stop you consolidating in.
Okay.
So if they die, I don't
if
think
you
it's
roll a
worth
1 or 2, you're okay.
Yeah. Nope.
No, you're not okay.
We roll.
2
I'm okay.
plus 7 is 9.
I think the sergeant's leadership 9.
They hold firm. Is the sergeant the one with the storm shield? We'll say he is.
Yeah, let's say he is then.
And his name will be...
He is leadership 9, so they survive.
Okay. And his name shall be Harold. And he holds up the left flank while Kevin holds up the right flank. At the end of that, I've swarmed everywhere, and I've got Big Game Hunter, and I've taken out chunks of your army. You're winning 6 points to 4.
It should have been a lot better. They should be dead. They should be dead. They should be dead. You got really unlucky with your smites.
Yes.
He should be dead.
No, Kevin will never die.
No, it was a good round, but it could have gone better.
See, my big dead pile at the end of turn 2 was massive, but your dead pile is massive now. Now, this guy can fall back, but he can't fire.
No.
That squad can fall back, but they can fire. They've got the horror on them.
Yes, they can.
But you're winning a couple of points. You've still got 2 stuff dropping down from reserve.
Mm-hmm.
You've still got this squad that can fall back and still fire because there's a jump pack guy in there. So it's a long way from over. It's a long way from over.
If I killed him, they were going to go into them, shoot him and go into them, but You've really annoyed me there. You've tied me up.
No, it was a good time. You came in with a lot of stuff here and your flyer there and you chewed through the first squad and then you should have killed him last turn and be into these by now. But Kevin defied you.
He did. He should have died first turn with the all the bolter fire.
I know.
But he did well.
Yeah,
He's
done
incredibly well.
If ever I need to spend command points to keep him alive, I will.
Mm-hmm.
He deserves it. So 6 points to 4 in favour of the Deathwatch. Let's go on to Imperium turn 3. So after such a brutal turn, the orders come down from High Command for the Deathwatch. They must area denial, ensure that there are no Tyranids within 6 inches of the centre, and my Neurothropes are just out. So that's going to be a point there. No prisoners, just kill stuff in any phase. Now that's achievable as well. And if 3 units die, that's D3 points. And Kingslayer, cut the head off the snake. Take out my Neurothrope. So here we are after the Deathwatch's movement phase. The bike fell out of combat with the Neurothropes and the Rhino came up to put a smite barrier in between me and these veterans over here. Mind you, I've got flaky where I can jump around. Determined to take on Kevin because you need no prisoners, and if you kill Kevin, that's a point. If you kill 3 things, it's D3 points.
It is.
It's D3 points. So chance of running away. Your Smash Captain jumped out of combat. There was no point in him staying there because he's just going to kill a couple and kill a couple and kill a couple. And that's what swarms can do. They can tie up big stuff. And then next turn he can jump back down and go after a more choice target, you'll see. So that works well. But this right flank all of a sudden is looking quite weak. Meanwhile, you move this squad out of combat. There's a jump pack guy in there so they can fall back and fire. And you have a thing that allows you to pick on my synapse.
I can use Synaptic Severance, my last 2 CP, and hopefully be able to take out your Warlord to get Warlord and Kingslayer with the frag cannons.
So that would be a point for Warlord. That would be D3 points for Kingslayer. I do have a 3-up invulnerable save of 5 wounds to chew through.
Yes.
But there's how many frag cannons in that squad?
3 remaining.
So a lot of shots.
Yeah.
Your last unit to drop in, or your last 2 units, which was the Watch Captain and the unit of Intercessors, have popped in back here.
Yes.
Now they've got a natural -1, and you don't like the colour of his jib.
No, I was either going to go after the Exocrine or this thing, but the Exocrine's not done a huge amount to me, and this flank needs help.
Yeah.
I think.
But the Exocrine's firing at flyers all the time, you see,
that would be why.
We'll
see what happens.
But to be honest, Tyrannofix with Acid Spray or Exocrine, it's a bit of a 50-50 kit, really.
It is. The 2-up shells are going to help.
Yeah,
my frag cannon guy fell back into the Rhino, which then moved up.
Okay.
These guys fell back to shoot in there. My Dread and Captain moved up to give the reroll bubbles to them, and the Dread can hopefully flamer them, and I might be able to kill 3 units from the prisoners. We'll see.
And if you get 3 units for no prison, that's D3. If you get Kingslayer, that's D3. And it's 6 points to 4.
I mean, I should get Kingslayer. I don't really need to bother about the no prisoners D3.
And then you'll be way into the lead. And then I'm going to hurt you right back again.
Hopefully. Yeah.
And then it might be a case of the Deathwatch hanging in while I try and catch up on the points. It looks like that they knew what they were doing when they were coming to this place. So let's go on to your psychic phase done. Let's go on to your shooting phase. Where do you want to start?
We will start with my 2 CP on Synaptic Severance.
Okay.
And into them, my Warlord's now on the table. I keep 1, so I'm down to 1.
Nice. So it actually worked. And so this is many frag cannon shots, and you've got 1 CP to re-roll if you get 3 ones.
I do.
Because this is 4d6 auto hits, right?
66.
6d6 also hits.
3, and I'm going to put the The shotgun shells.
I would put everything into him.
I'm putting everything in, yeah.
He's got a 3-up invulnerable save.
Yeah, I'm going to put everything in. The hand flamer and the shotgun.
Yeah, split fire never works.
Okay.
Unless it does work. So 66 auto hits. Frag cannons of doom.
Oh!
So you got a command point.
Yeah, let's... Oh, that is infuriating. Yeah, let's CP that one. One extra shot.
15 auto hits as you fill him with flame. 3s to wound.
Could have been better. Could have been a lot better.
It could have been brutal. Could have been 36. So you'll make it up for the wounds.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
2, 4, 6, 8. Only 8.
Right, I have a 3-up invulnerable save.
If you could just fail all these, please.
I'll
that
try.
That would be awesome.
His Warfield flickers and fails 3 times. I think they start off with 5 wounds. They do start off with 5 wounds. He's got 2 left. Now we've got flamers coming in.
Yeah, apparently the hand flamer's now D6.
D6 now, yeah. It was changed to D6 with the Sisters Codex. They're all D6s. There's a fact out there somewhere.
2 shots, 2 D6. That's better.
That's alright, but this is strength 3, right? You're telling me?
Yeah.
So 5s to wound. 11 times. The Neurothrope is on fire. That's the song now.
Ooh, damn you, frag cannons. I should have taken you out there. My hubris is taking me with it. Saying, I don't need no prisoners. That is 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
No rerolls.
3 up invulnerable saves.
Oh!
I'm on 1 wound left. So my synaptic linchpin holds firm, no Kingslayer there, and you won't be able to charge because you fell back out of combat last turn with these little gribblies there, so he looks like he's going to survive. Then we moved over to here. Now the Stormbolter and pistols from the Captain lashed out, killed the 2 Gene Stealers. We're on to the Dreadnought.
Oh, and I did 2 wounds on him.
Oh yes,
these guys.
They fired in with Hellfire shells, put a couple of wounds on the Carnifex, so what are we doing?
Dreadnought, we're going to put the Flamer into this guy, and we're going to put the las cannons into him there.
Mikey C, what?
Oh, he is -1, isn't he?
Yes.
So and that's -2.
And what have we talked about? Split fire.
Split fire. Yeah, okay. Let's put everything into the Broodlord then. You convince me.
Okay.
So, yeah, because I forgot he's -1.
Yeah.
So that would be -2 in total.
Because you
I
moved. Yeah.
I was going to charge him, but I can charge someone else. 3s to hit then. Both hit.
These are the last cannons of the Broodlord.
Yep. 3s to wound. That's 2 wounds.
Both wound. See, what you could do is charge him into the Carnifex.
Yeah, I think I will.
If the Broodlord dies.
If he dies.
2 5-up invulns. I make 1. Fail 1. D6 damage on the Broodlord. He's got 6 wounds.
He takes 2.
So he's still got 4
Do
left.
I want to... My Watchmaster gives me a reroll.
Does he?
He does. I get a free reroll to a damage roll or something.
Once per game, is
Once
it?
per game, so let's use that. No. 2. 2 is.
2 is 2. The dice will say.
Heavy Flamer.
Yes.
4 hits.
Okay.
Toughness.
5.
So 4 to wound. 2, sorry.
2 wounds, 2 5-ups. And he takes 2 more wounds. He's lost 4. So the Broodlord's on 2. Carnifex is on 3. They are injured, but they're not out of it yet. So then we come all the way around to this flank where this unit appeared in a flash of teleport light, and you're going to put all their shots, rapid fire range, into the Turvagon here.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you're doing the Hellfire rounds?
Yes, definitely.
Because it's toughness 8, but you'll be wounding on 2 still.
Yep.
So, 3s to hit with 20 shots and re-rolling the 1s because there's a watch
re-rolling
captain.
everything. There's a Watchmaster next to them.
Watchmaster.
So re-rolling everything.
And that's 18 hits. And you're wounding on 2s.
No rerolls though.
And this is where intercessors come in, because this wounding on 2s Hellfire is normally AP dash,
yep.
but you're using bolt rifles, so it's AP -1.
It is.
That is pretty fruity.
16 wounds at -1.
16 4-up saves. So the Tyranid took 10 wounds. He's got 4 wounds left. And now the Watch Captain's firing at him as well.
Watchmaster. Whose Guardian Spear's damage 2.
Okay.
So if both of these go in, I can finish him off.
Okay, I like it. Okay.
2 hits. On 2s. 2s to wound. 2 wounds at -1.
2 wounds at -1.
For the Guardian Spear.
Okay. 2 4-up saves for the Hive Mind.
He's dead. It's 2 damage apiece.
Command point reroll.
I think it would be worth that. Otherwise, my missiles or las cannons going into them.
Otherwise missiles and las cannons are going to go into these guys. And yeah, I want you. It's command point reroll 4 up. Yeah, he's alive. And 2 wounds left. Right, back to this squad here. You're splitting fire again. What are you doing?
Putting the 3 Stalker Bolters and the Storm Bolter from the Terminator into the Broodlord.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put all 4 missiles into the damaged. Probably overkill, but I want to kill it.
So is this Hellfire rounds going into it?
Yeah, Hellfire rounds, because you've got an invuln.
Right.
So that's hitting on 3s.
What's this? The Hellfire?
This is the Bolters, yeah, the Stalker Bolters. Wounding on 2s, no rerolls because you're not. So 3.
-1.
Yep.
So I need my 5 up invuns. I make 1. I fail 2. That's a dead Broodlord who gets really angry and explodes and doesn't hurt anyone after it explodes. Okay, 4 missiles coming downtown at the Tyranid.
Yep. Is that heavy support?
He is a heavy support.
So I do get rerolls to wound for mission tactics, because I didn't change them. That's 3 hits.
And toughness 8.
Oh, so only 1 wound.
1 wound.
Damn.
And it's -2.
Yeah, it is -2.
So I need to make a 5 up save. Which I fail. D6 damage.
This is where I roll them. Don't say it.
Don't say it.
Oh no.
You roll a 6. Dead Tyranid. He goes nutty on a 6. And he doesn't go nutty. After the Broodlord and Tyranid fell, now we had the Stormbolters from the Razorback going, the Carnifex not wounding him, and then the las cannons were eyeing up that Exocrine all the way over there.
Yeah.
So it's 3s to hit, sir. Re-rolling 1s because of your dude right next to them.
No, I'm out of range. I moved them. I foolishly moved them out of range.
Okay.
So hitting on 3s. 2 hits.
2 hits anyway. Wounding on 3s.
2 wounds.
2 6s? No 6s. 2d6 damage with the las cannons.
Come on, big money.
That is big money. The first time the Exocrine takes fire and he loses 10 wounds. So the Exocrine's only got 2 wounds left. Then remaining shots. We had Stormbolter coming in, doing no damage. The Slam Captain put a pistol into these guys and you put some more shots into them from somewhere. That was a Stormbolter. Didn't do any wounds to the Neurothropes. And then the Stalker Pattern veterans holding the objective at the back there, fired in at the Termagants, and he killed 8 more. Just they exploded with those Stalker Pattern bolt rounds, and that is the end of your shooting phase.
It is.
Pretty good shooting phase.
It was very good.
You are definitely dominating the left flank here, and you've killed a couple of things. 1, 2 things in the shooting phase. 3 things.
Yeah,
3
as
things
well,
in the
so I'll
shooting
get
phase.
D3 for no prisoners.
Okay, and now we've got some charging coming up.
Yep.
So they fell back, but they can't charge.
Nope.
But the Dreadnought's going to try and go in there. Let's see if he makes the charge, then we'll do the Overwatch. And what did you get?
5 is just enough, I believe.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets in. D6 shots. I get 6 shots. I need 6s to hit. I get 1 hit. I need a 4 to wound. I get a wound of -3, 1 damage.
Nope.
So he takes a wound coming in.
And we're going to put the biker into Kevin.
He shall not fall.
And we'll put the rhino into them.
Alright, I'll do a lot of Overwatch off camera. Little Bug's fighting the rhino. I didn't do anything. And that's the end of all the charges. Now we're going to have some combat. Where do you want to start?
We will start with the Dreadnought.
Will you?
Yes, just in case you wish to interrupt.
How many attacks has he got?
He's got 4.
Okay, cool.
Hitting on 2s. Yep. Are you a -1?
No, it's only shooting. I've got 3 wounds left, and that fist does a flat 3 damage. So any of these that you get through, you kill my Carnifex.
4 hits.
He hits 4 times.
He hits on 2s, I believe. He is strength
12 normally Dreadnoughts.
4. Oh yeah, 12. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was reading the toughness there. So 3 to win.
Yep.
3 wins.
At -3, 3 damage each. So I need 3 6s to keep my Carnifex alive. No, I don't get any. The Carnifex has gone. Carnifex falls. The Dreadnought consolidates forward, and then I spent 2 command points. Of course I did, leaving me on 5 command points left. Kevin, you deserve all my command points. He is going to interrupt, and he is going to fight this squad of veterans here because there's more attacks coming back that way. And Kevin strikes you down on 2s. He hits twice this time. He's getting his sword arm's getting a bit tired. He's getting a bit tired. He wounds on 3s. He wounds once at -2. Kevin, he didn't kill anyone.
Kevin!
But now you can do your charging unit with him.
I will.
Is that 3 attacks?
3 attacks.
He's the sergeant guy. He hits
2
Kevin
hits.
twice. And he doesn't wound Kevin.
He
fails to wound Kevin, of course he does. Have we got any more charging units? Oh yeah. Rhino on the Termagants, we're going to do that. The Rhino killed one of the little bugs. And then these veterans piled into Kevin, surround him, and strike with all of their attacks. And they hit on 3s. And this time, they managed to find their mark.
They do.
They wound on 5s.
No rerolls.
Ooh.
That's
Kevin could be in
better.
trouble.
That's 5.
5. AP dash. 3 up save. For the Hive Mind.
Oh, CP.
Yeah, I don't spend a CP. Puts me down to 4 command points left, just to keep Kevin alive. You shall not pass!
Damn you!
And so the Hive Mind wants to advance outside of the deployment zone, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Secure Objective 5 I can achieve, and Dominate I can achieve as well. Dominate is getting the 3 psychic powers off, and then I'll get a victory point. So there's potential for 2 victory points here. Here we are after my movement phase. I need to secure Objective 5, which is this one here, and I need to get 3 psychic powers off. And before the start of the movement phase, she spawned. I managed to get 9 more bugs into that squad there, and reinforce them. And that took, I'm sorry about that, that took much longer than...
Right, it's an important point in the game, I think.
8 points to 4, that took a lot longer than I thought it would take, and there's so many threats to take care of. I mean, Slam Captain still jumped up there, so the Neurothropes have moved around. I had to advance them to make sure I was closer to him than the Rhino, so I can try and smite him to death, hopefully. He's a significant target. I want to rescue Kevin, so the Termagants fell out of combat, and then they can charge after they advanced and go in there and hopefully help him out a little bit, help the brother out. Spent a command point on rapid regeneration on this Exocrine. It's hitting on 5s right now, and I'll heal D3 wounds, and if I can get it to 4, it's going to be hitting on 4s instead of hitting on 5s. So looking for anything but not a 1-2. And there's a 6. So I heal 3 wounds. I'm up to 5, which means, where's the 5? There's the 5. I'm hitting on 4s instead of 5s. And other threats. Right, this squad down here, if it does it again against my Tervagon, though she is -1 to hit because of a chameleon mutation, she could be in trouble. And then my left flank just completely collapses. And there's this squad in here that I need to deal with. So there should be some smiting going on here and some shots coming in. Exocrine fire down there. Pyrovores turned around away from the Dreadnought and all the guns of doom of Navarone over there. And the last Tyranid Prime, Kevin's brother, is moving in. I'm going to charge these guys after I light them up with Pyrovore fire and Exocrine fire and things like that. That's the plan anyway. That should clear away some of my back line, and then it's going to be about the objectives that come out and whether I can hold on. It's brutal. It's getting very, very brutal. So let's go into the psychic phase and start off with these Neurothropes here. So 2d3, smiting coming up. I need a 5. And that's a 5. And this does 2d3 mortal wounds. He's got 4 wounds, right?
5, I believe.
5?
5 on a
count. 5. Oh yeah, you're right. So I'm looking for something big. And that's a 5.
That'll do it.
That's a dead shield captain. They also have Psychic Scream, so let's do that as well. I think it'll probably hit the Rhino. I think they're further away.
Yes.
That's a pass. D3 on the Rhino for 2 on the Rhino. We did the assaults back with the little bugs on the Rhino last turn. Did nothing at all. Yep, so that's 2 Psychic Powers down. Need 1 more for Dominate. Now my Warlord, who should be dead, is going to smite the squad that's right in front of it.
He should be dead.
This is a 6. And that's a 6. That's a 10. If it wasn't 11, this would do D6.
Yep.
So D3 on the squad right in front. What is that?
1.
That's a 1. Does 1. 1 on the squad right in front. And while you're thinking about which model to pull away,
Shield.
I'm going to put Catalyst. Now, she's a natural -1 to hit. So I could put Catalyst on the Exocrine. Or put Catalyst on her. She's not a nasty threat. So yeah, let's put Catalyst on the Exocrine. I need a 6. And that passes. Right, now the next unit of Neurothropes, this will be a 7 to cast Smite on them. And that's an 11, which means it will do D6 mortal wounds on the squad.
Still does
in
D6.
Front for 2, and I'm going to command point reroll that.
Okay.
Because it's D6. For 1,
oh.
dice gods, what are you doing to me? Right, that leaves me with 2 command points left. And now she's going to horrify this squad back here. Thinking about putting on the Dreadnought. But this squad, if I fail to hurt them, they're going to significantly hurt me because bolt rifles are auto 30-inch range at -1. So yeah, I think this is a significant threat now. So let's horrify them. I need a 6. And that fails. Right, Shusting phase. The Pyrovores, auto flaming, auto hitting. This lot here, 3d6 auto hits for 14. Right, I'm winning on 5s. I know I'm strength 5, I'm winning on 3s. That's what I meant to say. That isn't great.
No. Minus?
-1. So
okay. 4 ups.
But you fell 3.
Is that single damage?
Single damage.
Okay.
It's like a heavy flamer. 3 dead. So the Execreme...
3 wounds, 1 dies, 1.5. They're 2 wounds apiece. Primaris.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Completely forgot about that.
Yep.
So let's fire the Execreme down at you. This is going to be forced to hit. Now I've healed myself. And this does 2 damage a time. 5 hits at strength 7, needing 3s.
That'll do.
That'll do. At -3, 2 damage a time. So
no storm
6s.
shields on these guys?
On there?
Not allowed, so 4 die.
Right, there's 5 left in that squad for that charge. Anyway, back over here. This squad have been taking a pound and they're still alive, the squad in the middle. So let's put Stinger Salvo into them. 4s to hit, 1 hit, and 3s to wound. A wound at -1, sir.
Saved.
Okay, and now I'm going to spend a command point on Scorch Bugs and fire this squad into them. So for 1 command point, it's +1 to wound when I fire into this unit of 3 here. I'm hitting on 4s, and there's 14 shots, and re-rolling 1s because they are within 6-inch range of her. So hitting on 4s, and there's a 1. 5 hits out of 14. That wasn't great. 3s to wound. I do get 3 wounds through. It's no AP though, so 4 AP. And you lose 2. 2 of them fall.
We'll keep the frag can, because if you charge me, I at least get to Overwatch.
Yes, that's a good plan. That's the end of my shooting phase. So we're now going to do some charges. So what we're going to do is, this squad that fell back are going to charge the Rhino and these units here. And I'm going to charge in with my Turvagon on the frag cannon wielding Deathwatch dude. And I'm going to charge over here. We'll do Overwatch in just a second. Let's see if the Pyrovores make it in. And that's a 10. They definitely make it in.
Yep, definitely.
And let's find out if Kevin's brother, the other Tyranid Prime, make it in. And he doesn't. At the end of the charge phase, the Pyrovores get into the Intercessors. Took 2 wounds on the way in. The Turvagon took 3 wounds in on the way in because of the frag cannon. And then the little bugs are rescuing Kevin up this end of the battle grid. But we'll come back to that. That is obviously the most important fight on the table. We'll start off with the Pyrovores. I flicked through the book and was alarmed to learn that they've got 2 attacks each. And then -3. They're acid Moors. But they hit on 4s. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Everything hit.
Pretty effective.
The other thing is, they're strength 5. So I'm wounding on 3s. Okay, that's much better.
Yeah.
I got 1 wound through.
Damn.
1 wound through at -3.
Nope.
Does a wound. And that's the end of that assault. If I'd have killed a bunch of guys, I'd have been very, very upset. We're across to this Deathwatch hero getting stomped on by this Turvagon. She hits on 4s. She hits once. She will wound on a 3. And she wounds. It's -3 d6 damage. Can you make a 6?
No, he's
Close,
dead.
but
He's
no
dead.
cigar. So
Damn
I
him.
do clear my centre line. And now we're across here to lots and lots of little bugs. We'll do the attacks on the Rhino off camera. And then we'll do... There's going to be 2 going into the bikes. Actually, I've got dice in my hand, so let's hit the Rhino. 4 on the Rhino. 4s to hit. 6s? No. 2 on the bikes here. 4s? No. And then I need to count up how many I've got attacking, rescuing Kevin. 12 attacks on the veterans. 4s. That's... How many did I get? I got that many, which is 7. That's strength 3, so I need 5s. 2. 2 wounds. Can I kill 1?
No, you can kill 2.
Kill 2.
Damn.
Well done. Kevin will survive. And that's all the charging units. So now Kevin, I'll select him. He will strike the remaining 2 veterans and give you a noble death, sir. He hits on 2s. He hits twice. He's very poorly. He's been swinging away for a while, you know. Good fella. His stamina's leeching out of him. He's strength 5. 3's to wound. I get no wounds. Kevin.
He should have died a while ago. The plan was not to stay in combat the whole game with him.
It was. That was definitely my plan at the start. I wrote it down somewhere. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Right. We'll put the veterans into Kevin.
Really?
Oh no, yeah, we'll put the veterans in because if I kill him, I can fight with.
Okay. You're not going to kill him.
Totally kill him.
I've got 1 command point left.
I'm totally killing him this turn.
5's to wound.
4 6s. No, I'll take 2 5s though.
2 wounds. 2 3-up saves. Hang in there, Kevin. Right, last command point. Last command point.
Can't believe you're wasting it.
He's alive.
Oh, Kevin. Oh, damn you. Biker.
You're going to put him in?
Oh, yeah.
Kevin?
Hell yeah. He must die.
1 hit.
1 hit.
He doesn't wound.
Damn you!
Kevin survives another round of combat. Then we're going to do the Rhino. D6. Oh, yeah. He gets 1 hit. Gets a wound and he's 6. Nope. Rhino runs over a little bug, and then we'll come all the way down here to the... Should mention that your watch commander, master intervened, heroically intervened at the end of the charge phase. So you can pile in with these guys. Yep. And then you can swing away.
Okay, we'll go with the Watchmaster.
Okay.
4 attacks only though.
Okay.
2s, rerolling 1s because of himself. Yep. Strength 5.
Toughness 4.
So 3's to wound. Oof, only 2, but minus 3.
Minus 3?
Yeah, D3 damage.
Okay, I don't get any saves.
Okay,
I've got 4-up saves, so...
First one, 3,
kills
so kills 1.
Because he's got 2 wounds left, yep.
3.
Okay, they're 4 wounds each, so 1 dies, and then 1 takes 3 wounds. Pyrovores are volatile. When they die, they explode on a 4-up, hit the nearest enemy unit within range. And both of these units are in range, so I'll let you pick. You can put it on the intercessors, you can put it on your watch captain, but on a 4-up, it doesn't work anyway. It would have done a mortal wound back to you. Now your intercessors get to fight. He piled in first. Now he's piled.
Yeah, he can pile in.
So well, he would have gone in that way to get within an inch of a go. Anyway, they're all in.
11 attacks.
That's 11 attacks with the sergeant there. And you're rerolling to hit everything.
Yep.
Because of your watch master.
Yep. 4's to win.
Yeah, strength 4, toughness 4.
That's pretty good.
Okay, I have 4-up saves. Please don't kill them all. And 4 wounds apiece. There's 5 wounds to get through with a 4-up save. Okay.
That's 5.
So they die.
Yep.
They all die. And on 4s, do wound back to your intercessor.
Yes.
So the Pyrovores died, and they could have taken out more, but in the end they only took 1 down. And that's the end of everything. So we have a morale phase. You lost 6 in this squad.
I lost 6.
Yeah.
They're only leadership 8.
6 plus 8, that's 1 more fleas. But you've got Animation No Fear, which you may reroll. You don't have to.
Let's not.
So you lose 1 more.
Let's not.
Let's say that another one succumbed to the acidic injury because something in my sticks in my craw thinking that something sticks in my craw about Space Marines running away. Succumb to the acid. That's what happened there. And Kevin's brother is slightly exposed now. But that's the end of my turn 3. Is it only turn 3?
It is only turn 3.
And I get a point for dominate, and I get a point for securing objective 5. Kevin still hasn't fallen, but no command points left on either side. I managed to take out that slam captain and the unit in the middle that was causing me grief. It's 6 points to 4 in favour of the Deathwatch. They're still in the lead as we go to Deathwatch.
8 points.
8 points to 6. That's what I meant to say. 8 points to 6. I knew there was 2 points in it. It's 8 points to 6. We go to Deathwatch turn 4. Here are the Deathwatch orders. They just want to kill the Xenos scum. Overwhelming firepower, kill in the shooting phase. Blood and guts, kill in the assault phase. And secure objective 3, which is going to be a bit tricky and doesn't involve killing anything. Here we are after Deathwatch movement phase. Just need to kill, kill, kill. So this Watchmaster has moved up to take on Kevin's brother here, who has not got a name yet. And that should be blood and guts, kill something in the assault phase. You have another Watch Captain with a jump back who advanced a long way and has got up onto objective 3. So I said it probably wasn't going to happen. It is going to happen. You're securing it. Dreadnought turned. He didn't move, so he will be hitting on 2s. And the squad at the back stays still. And then before you move the Rhino, this guy got out and advanced.
Yep.
Because the frag cannon is an assault weapon.
It is.
So that's a lot of shots. And then the Rhino has broken out of combat and come round here. Why is he coming around there?
I can maybe charge you next turn, or I can at least block line of sight to maybe a few things.
Yeah, you can't charge this turn.
I can't charge this turn.
But basically, if I don't deal with a Rhino, basically waste exocrine shots on a Rhino in my turn, then you're going to charge him, and I'm not going to be able to shoot.
I mean, I assume that Kevin's going to die, and I'll just somehow take out all these guys in my turn. You know?
How dare you, sir?
You know.
Kevin will stand.
Kevin will fall. Kevin stayed alive this long to give me blood and guts. He's going to fall.
He's going to be the last Tyranid standing.
He is going to fall.
Nothing can take the... this is the legend of Kevin that we're telling here. Right, 8 points to 6. Looks like you're going to get 3 points here, maybe.
Potentially.
So let's go into the shooting phase for Deathwatch, turn 4. So this frag cannon's opening up on these bugs, 2d6 auto hits. 4. 9. That's pretty good. And you're wounded on 2s because it's strength 6.
Yep.
Is it AP -1?
It is.
So you're just killing.
2s, rerolling 1s because you are troops.
Oh yeah.
So 9 die.
I got 5 left for now because this next unit is going to fire into them.
Yep, so 2 Stormbolters and a pistol with the 2+ shells.
2+ shells.
Okay. As well.
So 3s.
Yep.
And then 3s rerolling 1s.
2s rerolling 1s. Poison shells.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, I'm going to use the poison because you're on a 6-up save. So.
Yeah.
Yep, that's 7 wounds.
7 wounds. 7 6s coming up. 1 6, that's the squad wiped out, and that is overwhelming firepower. But if you kill 3 things, that'll be D3 points for overwhelming firepower, so the Dreadnought is going to fire at the exocrine, all the way over there. 2s to hit. 2 hits. And 3s to wound. Both get through. Can I make a 6? I can't make a 6. 2d6 damage, 5 wounds to get through. No command points.
Oh!
5 up catalyst. And I ignored 2 of them anyway. Exocrine's got 3 wounds left, so the twin Laz from the Razorback firing all the way across the battle grid is hoping to polish it off. 3s to hit on this one. 1 hit and 3s to wound.
2 to get the captain. Is he not? Oh yeah, it's strength.
Yeah. Strength, 9, toughness, something.
1 wound.
6 up save. Which I failed. D6 damage, 3 to get through. 3.
Oh!
Just 1 5 to keep him alive.
Damn you! You
save
1. You save
the
1.
Exocrine's on 1 wound left. No more rapid regeneration though, no more command points, he's still alive. I think that's the end of the long range firepower. I can reach out and touch him.
2 missile launchers here.
Oh yeah.
I can put 2 missile launchers into them.
Okay.
I think I will. I think I'll put the 2 missile launchers into them.
Yeah.
The Cyclone will go into your big beastie here.
-1 to hit her.
That's fine. There's nothing else really in range worth shooting at.
Okay.
And then the Stalkers will also go into her if I have the range.
Okay.
For the 2+ shells.
So split and fire all over the place. The 2 missiles going into the Exocrine, hitting on 3s. 1 hit.
Force to wind. Oh, I should have kept the captain. I don't get my rerolls.
You don't get the reroll because he's jumped up here, right?
He's jumped up there. That is infuriating.
No, that makes me happy. And then the 2 cyclone missile launches into the
4s.
Because of chameleonic mutation. Yep, she's
toughness 8 as well.
She is, yep.
Force to wind.
1 wound. I need a 6, which I failed. D6 damage on her. 1. That puts her down to 10 wounds left, and then the Stalkers could reach out and touch her.
Yep. 2 up shells. Oh, where's all those 5 and 6s? Where's all those 6s when I needed them?
2s to wound.
That's 4.
Is that
-1?
-1, so 4s. And I fail 1.
Nice.
Then we finish off the shooting phase. We had intercessors firing into the Turvagon. She's down to 7 wounds left. And then the remaining firepower slammed into the Neurothropes over here, including those guys up there. Fired into the Neurothropes, killing 1 and putting 1 down to 1 wound remaining. So you're not going to get D3 points for overwhelming firepower.
Infuriatingly not.
You just killed a big squad, little squad of bugs. So that's the end of the shooting phase. We've got some charges coming up. The Watch Captain, who fired his gun into Terry's brother, didn't wound him. He's going to go wheeling in.
The intercessors are probably going to go in here as well.
Are they? Well, there's no Overwatch there, so we can do that. This guy in the middle advanced. Have we got any more charges coming up?
No, nothing.
Back. No, so just over here.
Yep.
So yeah, the Watch Captain and the Intercessors were the only charging unit. We're starting off with the Watch Captain.
Watchmaster.
Watchmaster. Sorry, Master.
That's 4 hits.
Brilliant. Toughness 5.
So I'm strength 5 for my Guardian Spear, so force to wound. That's 4 at -3.
Is it really? I need 6s to keep him alive. I don't get any. How much is it?
D3 each.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's a dead Tyranid Prime.
Take note, Kevin. Take note. Coming for you.
Then the Watchmaster consolidated. Then you selected the Intercessors, who then consolidated and piled in. Now we're coming across here. Now, which squad do you want to pick first before Kevin destroys you?
We'll put in this squad. This squad. Get there. They got more attacks.
Okay. Hang in there, Kevin. You can do this. 3s to hit. 5 hits.
Oh, can I get that again? 5s to wound.
5s to wound.
I can get 1 again.
1 wound on Kevin. No command points for you this time.
Left.
Because he needs to do this on his own. His armour is battered. His armour is bleeding. But on a 3, he will be alive.
Die!
Kevin finally falls. Then the Tervagants piled in and we will avenge Kevin's death. You know, I'm not even sorry because he held up that entire flank on his own.
Pretty much single-handedly held up that flank,
yeah. He will be remembered. And when he gets reconstituted and remade by the Hive Mind, he will be like a Swarm Lord Tyranid Prime. I've got 10 attacks into these guys here. For vengeance, for Kevin. 4s to hit. That was 5 hits. And 5s to wound. 1 wound.
Nope.
Okay. 6 on the bike. 4s. 1 hit.
Ooh.
5s. No. And then the bike swings back on the little bugs. Hits 3 times. Hurts once. And I fail to save. So that's the end of the assault. You did get blood and guts.
Yes.
You did get overwhelming firepower.
I did.
You are securing that objective up there.
I am.
So all of a sudden it's 11 points to 6 in favour of the Death Guard. And I have got Deathwatch. I knew I'd say Death Guard, Deathwatch, Deathwing.
Yeah.
I knew at some point that death thing would trip me up. I knew it would.
Only it's done 4 and you've done it once.
You know, your army, for a elite army, has been rather disgusting and resilient.
Yes.
Are you sure you're not?
It's been incredibly good.
Are you sure they don't pray to Nurgle on their days off?
No, we're good. We wash regular.
And then that's why the Inquisitor sent you to this place, because you've been praying to the wrong god.
It's those 2-point storm shields. They're worth their weight in gold in a list.
Right, let's go on to Tyrannid's Temple. So I've ditched Advance. I've got Secured 2, which I can't do. Psychological Warfare, which is highly unlikely, and Defend Objective 4, which is really hard to do as well. So I'm going to ditch these 2. Take a gamble, and no prisoners. If I just kill something, I'll get 2 points.
Damn, that's a good draw.
Right, because this is my strategic gamble. If I kill one thing, that'll be worth 2 points. But you score double the number of victory points. So if I get D3 victory points for this no prisoners, and I roll, let's say, a 2, then I'll double that to a 4. So the Hive Mind are back in it. Right, movement phase done. This is getting really tactical all of a sudden. At the end of this phase, I'll start defending objective 4, which means if you want to take it off me, you've got to come into this smite hellhole down here. And then no prisoners. If I kill one thing, that's 2 points. But as we've discussed and checked the rules again and again and again, I get double the number of points. So if I get D3, D3 points, and I roll the fat 3. That'll be doubled the number of points to a 6.
That'll put you in the lead and will definitely put you back in the game.
And there's a 1 unit. There's another unit, and that's a lot of smite. And I've fallen back over here, and that's another unit. So that's 3 points. And remember, no prisoners. It's not just the shooting phase. If I fail to kill something in the shoot phase, I could charge in. All 3 of these units advance though, so no charging there. It's just one of the Tervagons might need to go in there to mop something up. What this does mean is I'm probably going to have to fire the Exocrine down at these guys, which means the Exocrine is going to get charged by a tank. The Exocrine's got 1 wound left, and the fact that an Exocrine will be alive in turn 5 is a miracle in and of itself, because they normally die really quickly. So this could be game. How many points are we on?
It's 11 to 6 at the moment.
11 to 6.
So if you get... You'll probably get your D3 for no prisoners. If you can roll a 2 or a 3, you're right back in it, if not winning.
And interestingly enough, narratively speaking, we said that you were here to cut off the psychic head of this snake, Hive Fleet Kraken. And it could be the psychic might of me. The psychic might of Hive Fleet Kraken that wins this for me. Potentially. There's a lot of ifs going on here. But
your smites have been less than optimal.
They haven't been spectacular. No. But let's start off with this unit here. No. I'm going to have to start off with my Warlord, because there's one guy. I want to kill him and then... So start off with my Warlord, and he smites on a 5, and it'll hit that guy.
Sorry, you're going to perils on a double 1.
Well, I reroll 1s. Because of the neurothreat thing.
Quadruple 1. No,
Smite.
no.
That passes, dead. D3 kills him. So that's no prisoners, and that'd be worth 2 points. Right, next up. The unit here will smite, and it's going to hit... It's going to hit them. Yeah, let's do that.
Yep.
6 now.
Oh,
that's pass. I can reroll that 1.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, no, you should. If you get the 11.
Well,
that's the only reason.
Yeah, I'll reroll that 1. I don't get the 11. It passes. I did do 2 D3 mortal wounds to the unit of 3. And they're dead.
They're dead.
Yeah.
That's 2.
And they can psychic scream on a 5, which will hit the Rhino. And it hits the Rhino for D3. For 2 on the Rhino.
2 on the Rhino.
And then this unit here will smite, and I need a 7. And that fails. But that's 2 dead units so far. Right, I've got Horror and Catalyst. I think... See, I could put Catalyst on her and try and keep her alive. Or I could put it on them. Now, they're a significant threat, and if I were you, I'd be firing at them rather than them. So I'm going to Catalyst the big unit of 4. I need a 6. And that passes. And then she's got Horror. So let's also put Horror on them.
No, Horror targets me.
Horror targets you, you're right. What do I not like the colour of? I don't like the colour of his jib. He's big and nasty. He's a Dreadnought. But then that unit back there has got 4 missile launchers. But then this unit over here is nerfed. 4 missile launchers? No, him. Don't like the colour of his jib. Need a 6. That passes. I need to kill 3 things to get that big score for no prisoners. I've only got 2 things left to fire. Now, Extrine's hitting on 5s now. She's also hitting on 5s. But if I can kill them with her Stinger Salvo and I am in range, that means the Extrine is free to fire at something else. So 4 shots coming into them, hitting on 5s. Everything hit but 1. 3 hits.
Everything but
yeah, through the camera. Strength 5, toughness 4, winning on 3s.
Yep.
I get 3 wounds at -1, 3 4-up saves.
1 dies.
1 is alive, which means the Exocrine must fire at them because these guys fell back. Right, you can fire twice, so I'm choosing the first into him, see what happens, and then depending on whether he dies or not, we can fire somewhere else. I think that's definitely how it works.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I mean, you're not going to target a character, so it's not going to make an impact.
Yeah.
Really.
So this unit can fire twice. Yeah. It can fire once, and then you can select it again, and then it can fire again. So 6 shots, firing into that, hitting on 5s. I hit once. I will wound on a 3.
No.
I don't wound.
So second shot's going into him, I presume?
Yeah, second shot's going into him. Makes it kind of a moot point. This has got to work.
Otherwise you're relying on termagants to kill him. Okay, that's
2
a bit better.
hits.
That's a bit better.
Freeze to wound. 1 wound at -3. 1 6-up save, or it's going to be them charging in.
Nope, he's dead.
And that's 3 things for no prisoners. That would be D3 points, which you double the number of.
Ouch.
And that is the end of my... Right, what I need to do now, I think, is charge that bike. Yeah, let's charge that bike. Then I charged in, lost 1 to Overwatch, and put 1 wound on the bike, and he didn't do any damage back to the Termagants. But the reason why I did that, very important for swarming around, is because otherwise he could have broken out of combat if I left him a gap and zipped across there and put shots into my Warlord, and that's 1 point.
Not shot, he could have assaulted you, but he couldn't have shot you.
Yeah, well, he's only on 1 wound left, so you could have done it. And I wasn't in an iron off camera about whether to put Catalyst on the Neurothrips or on the, on the Zoanthrips or the Neurothrips. But I've surrounded him, I've tied him up, and I will drag him down for vengeance for Kevin. And that's the end of everything for me. I've started to defend Objective 4.
You have.
I get D3 points for no prisoners. And I've doubled the number of points for this. So it's 11 points to 6.
Yeah, this is big. I need you to roll a 1 or 2. Even a 3 puts you back in the game.
A 1 or 2 is just still...
And a 6 puts you in the lead and probably will win it for you. Unless I have an amazing round of
for
cards.
The Emperor, for the Hive Mind, I rolled a 2.
That's 10. That takes it to 11, 10 to the Deathwatch.
As we go on to Deathwatch, turn 5. Here are the Deathwatch orders. Secure 4, defend 5. And there's Objective 5, but this is Objective 4 that I've started to defend. So right in the middle of this battle grid, the question is, do you want to try and secure it a couple of times, or do you want to ditch any of these cards and take a gamble? I can say, speaking from experience here, Mikey C, that taking a gamble is a really good choice.
Oh, if I could get that's...
See, I've got 2 squads.
You have to defend, well, it's number of models. So you have to defend 4. But if I secure 4, I go up 2 points.
Can you get any troops over there?
No.
No?
No, but I can potentially get the Rhino, the Dread, and maybe my Captain in. If I can do some damage in the shooting phase to these guys, then I can outnumber you. But that is iffy. That's risky. Do you know what? It's all going to swing on the central objective, which I think is quite narrative. Right. So I'm going to go for it. I'm not ditching any, and I'm going to go for it.
You're not going to take a gamble?
Oh!
See, I would. I think I would ditch defend, but I don't want to hashtag don't listen to winners.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go. We'll ditch defend 5 and 1 of 4, and if this goes wrong, I'm blaming you. Secure 1, which I am on.
Where is 1?
1's here.
Where is 1?
1's here. I
over there.
Easily.
You just need to jump down and get onto that. So that's going to be worth 2 points.
Yeah.
So that'll make it 13 points to 10.
Yep.
That's 3 points in the lead.
Thank you for convincing me. If
I get 2 points for that, it'll be 13 points to 12. And with Line Breaker,
if the game ends, this is going to be go down to the wire.
Let's go on to the movement phase.
Yep.
Right, movement phase over. That was quicker than expected. The Rhino's turned around because he can put Stormbolter fires into the back of that, into my Warlord there, which is another point. You had to drop 1 down there to secure that objective, but that's worth 2 points. Rhino pushing forward, Dreadnought pushing forward. You still have secure objective 4.
Yes.
So you could potentially secure it as well as stopping me defend it. That's a 3 point swing there. The Intercessor moving in. Where did the Jump Captain go? Where is he?
He's there. He moved down.
Okay, he's
and
up
he's
and over.
hopefully going to be assaulting.
And then the squad in the backfield staying still with their heavy weapons. That's basically your Deathwatch Devastator squad, right?
Yep.
With all those missile launchers and cyclones and. Okay. Where are we going to start the shooting phase?
We'll start with our Rhino, because I think pretty much all my other firepower is going into these guys to try and take them out.
It's only lost 2 wounds, or is it?
It's only lost 2 wounds.
3's to hit.
That's all hit.
And
4's to wounds. 2 wounds, no minuses.
I have 2 3-up and vulnerable saves on my Warlord. Or he dies. He's alive.
He's good. He's good.
I'll not lie. That was a bit pant-weaponly worrying there. But hanging on by the skin of my teeth. Yeah. Right.
We'll move on to the Dread.
Yes.
Firing at the Xanthrops.
Which one? The Unit 4 or the Unit 2?
The Unit 4.
Unit 4.
Hitting on a 4 because I moved and I am horrored.
Oh yeah, that's
so
right.
hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s, and I get nothing. And Flamer gets 1.
Oh no.
It fails to wound.
Okay, just when you needed him to be...
Not a good start for me here.
I'll not lie, that could have been better.
That could have been a lot better. We will put the...
Chuck a grenade?
Oh, actually.
Frank Cax.
Oh no, because it's minuses, yeah. Yeah, the captain will throw in... Actually.
Captain chucks a grenade, hits.
He does wound.
3 up and done, which I pass.
You pass. Oh yeah, I changed my thing to elites. Obviously, because I'm targeting them.
Can you just choose to do that?
I can choose for the Tomb of Ectoclades, which is what he has.
Okay.
Next, we will put the Intercessors into them using the poison shells.
Unit of 2 or unit of 4?
The unit of 4.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm going to charge them.
Are you?
Yeah, because I need to get into the objective range.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. That makes perfect sense.
So hitting on 3s. Rerolls, don't need them. Wounding on 2s, rerolling 1s, because I'm in range of the captain with the tomb. And that's 5.
And this is the unit of 4, which had Catalyst on.
Yes.
3 up and bun.
Yep.
Catalyst.
Oh,
I
hate you.
Mind defies you. You've got a Guardian Spear.
Yeah, Guardian Spear. 2 hits. 2 wounds. Minus, doesn't matter.
3 up and buns.
1, 2 damage.
2 damage. Catalyst.
1 more dead, because you were
So
1 more
dead.
wound.
1 was on 1 wound, right? Yeah. Yes, you've killed 1. Well done, after all that far back.
Yep.
You got this rhino right in front of me.
Yep. I'll put the Stalker Bolters from here.
Into them as well?
Yeah, into them as well.
2s to wound version.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. Good number of hits. 2s to wound. That's 3 wounds. Oh, sorry. Minuses don't matter.
Thank you. 3 up and buns.
1.
Catalyst.
Nope. Takes 1 more.
Now everything from the Devastator Deathwatch guys into the unit of 3 now.
Apart from the Storm Bolter will go into them because he doesn't quite have range on them.
Okay.
So Stalker Bolters first. No, we'll do the missiles first because if you don't have any wounded, so I've got more chance of.
Well, 1s and 2 wounds.
Oh, 1s and 2 wounds. We'll do the Stalkers first then.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. That's 4 more wounds.
3 up and buns. And Catalyst. I'm fine.
Damn you.
Everything's fine.
Damn your hide.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Rockets, crack. That's 3 hits.
2s to wound.
2s to wound. That's 3 wounds. Please fail all 3.
I'll try.
You'll fail 2, which is
D6
plus
damage
1
on the first one.
does 4.
Catalyst. He's alive. And 1 wound left.
Come
on! And the next one.
Oh, Winters, you're rolling. 2.
Catalyst. He's alive. You don't kill Eddie. I don't know what happened there. I just don't know what happened there. I don't know. Then the Stormbolter from that squad did put a wound on one of these Neurothropes over here. Right, now we're on to the Razorback, which is doing... What is it doing? He should be within 3 of the centre.
You've got 3 models within 3.
I measured very, very carefully to make sure at least 1 in that squad.
Really did. Oh, is it worth wasting the shots? Is it worth putting the shots in?
You've got to kill 3 models, but if you've got 3 in there and you kill 1, then you outnumber me on that objective. I stop defending it.
That's what
and you secure it.
That's what my concern is. Is it worth? Are these shots a waste? Is there anything I can do?
Well, you're going to charge anyway, right?
Yeah, I'm going to charge in, but I'm just wondering if there's anything worth.
It doesn't matter because I'm going to make all my saves.
What? He will shoot, but he'll shoot into this one because they don't have Catalyst.
They don't have Catalyst, you're
because you put the wounds on the further back one,
yeah.
I'm not going to get a longer charge.
Okay.
I hope. Because if I kill both, then I'm going to be annoyed because I'm going to have to make a long ditch charge to get in.
Yes.
So, last cans.
Okay.
1 hit. I'm not killing both, I guess. And that's a field wound.
And then the Stormbolter?
And the Stormbolter. 1 hit. Does wound. No minus.
3 up and bun.
No, takes a wound.
So one of them's on 1 wound left, and I think that's the end of your shooting phase.
No, I've still got the Rhino.
Have you?
Let's put the Rhino into
the non-catalyst one.
Yeah, that was...
1 hit. That could have been better.
I'm just in range of him, so that's 2 hits. 4s, 2 wounds. Please fail. Or don't.
I don't fail.
Oh, that was...
That's the end
horrendous.
of your shooting phase. I'll not lie. That could have been better.
That could have been a lot better. That was... you made so many saves there.
I know, unusually for me. Let's go on to the charge phase. Right, trying to charge with the intercessors first, because if they get in, then it all becomes a moot point, really. You need a 6 with them. 7.
That's a 7. That'll do.
Troops are in. They've got objective secured or whatever it is. They will score. Right, the intercessors made it here. And then we had a debate off camera, because then you went in with the Dreadnought and the Watch Captain, and right now, the intercessors aren't within 3 inches of the centre of that objective. So you're not taking it from me yet. You need to kill some stuff. I said keep the Watch Captain out, because then when you pile in this guy around that way where the Watch Captain is, you would have scored it. So you need to kill some stuff. You need to kill these without Catalyst on.
Yep.
What could possibly go wrong? Where are we starting?
Well, I think he can pile in. He might get in range with the pile in and consolidate.
If you,
maybe.
The thing is, when you consolidate, you have to go towards the closest enemy model.
I do. Let's see how we go then we can play around. I may have just cost myself the game, but let's see.
But see what
You're not defending it, at least, because
I'm not defending it.
I've got equi models at the moment.
Yes.
So you're
not securing it. You need to kill it. You need to kill something.
Well, I figured I'm better going for volume of attacks, because if you've got 1-on-1 wound, you need to fail a 3-up invuln, which your invuln saves have been pretty good. So
I'm due to fail one.
I'd rather go for 8 attacks.
Yep.
Plus it reduces your amount of smites.
Okay.
I make it lucky. So we'll go with the Dreadnought first, hitting on 3s because of the horror.
Yes.
Rerolling 1s thanks to the captain, so that's 3 hits.
Okay.
Choose to wound. Rerolling because I'm next to the tomb, doesn't matter.
Next to
2 wounds. Tomb of Ectoclades relic.
Okay.
It applies to any models. Normally they don't get mission tactics.
3 up invulnerable saves. Each of these does 3 damage, and you'll kill all of these, and it all makes it a mute point anyway. So just fail 3 up invulns. How hard can it be? I pass them both. Obviously pretty hard. The Dreadnought does no damage. Captain with a sword. Is that a power sword?
Yeah, relic blade.
Okay, relic blade. Rerolling 1s.
Yep.
He's strength 6.
Yep, wounding on 3s.
And rerolling 1s because that thing lasts.
4 wounds.
4 wounds.
4.
And each of these does D3 damage, relic blade. So 3 up, 3 up in bones.
If you make all of these, I am going to lose it.
Please don't lose it. Well, lose the game, but don't lose it. It's
Yep, we'll see. No, actually, that's not
so
bad.
D3,
so one dies.
Yes.
And then
the other one dies.
That was more effective than it should have been.
So then the captain consolidated forward, then the intercessors came piling in, no one else for them to fight. And the Rhino revved its engines and tried to run over a Neurothrope, didn't manage to do it. And that was the end of the big fight in the middle. Meanwhile, over on the right flank, I lost 2 Tervagants, and I tore down that biker finally and consolidated back towards the middle. Now you get a point for securing that one, and 2 points for securing that one, so it's 14 points to 10?
14 points to 10 going into Ned's turn 5.
Okay, so there's 4 points in it. Let's go on to, and I've got, this is my footprint, this is all I have left. But let's see what happens in Tyranid's turn 5. So it's 14 to 10 on 4 points behind. This is my draw. Kill something in the fight phase, which is going to be tough, and defend 5, which I can't score at the end of objective this turn if the game ends. I can potentially kill a character. So if the game ends, I'm going to lose. And if the game ends and I defend objective 5 and get 2 points, then I'm still 1 point behind and I'm going to lose. So I'm going to ditch those 2 and take a gamble because it worked so well last time. Blood and guts. Kill something in the fight phase, anything, and it'll be worth 2 points. Right, here we are after my movement phase, and I've got a plan. I've got a plan. Kill a character with smiting I fell back out of combat with the Neurothropes, and I advanced with the Zoanthrope over here. Sorry, they're Zoanthropes, they're Neuanthropes. So soften up that thing there. And if I kill a character, that's a point. Then the Tervagon charges in. She's hitting on 5s right now. But if I kill something in the assault phase, that's 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
That'll make it 14 points to 13, which means I'll be minus 1 point. But that's your Warlord.
It is.
Which will be 14 points to 13.
It's a risky gamble, but this has been a game of risky gambles.
So it relies on psychic shenanigans and her hitting on 5s and you failing an Iron Halo and me slaying your Warlord to pull out a draw somehow. Somehow. So let's go on to the psychic phase. Right, let's smite with the Zoanthropes into your jump pack guy. And that hits, and it's D3 mortal wounds.
That's 3.
For 3 mortal wounds on your jump back guy. They can't psychic scream anymore. That's the end of their stuff. Right, Neurothrope on your watch, captain, commander, your warlord. I need a 6. And that fails, which means that the Tervagon, instead of casting horror, she's going to have to smite. Now I need a 7. And that's a perils. So she'll take D3 mortal wounds, but it's greater than, so it will do D6 to you.
Yeah. You don't want to roll a 6. Anything but a 6 will kill me, but then you can't assault me.
Right.
So you really want a 5 or less?
Okay. I rolled a 3.
3 will
rolled
do.
a 3. And she suffers D3 wounds. For 1, she's down to 6. And I've got Catalyst on my Neurothrope. Right, you might do this to me next turn, so let's put Catalyst on my Warlord. And that fails. Okay, Exocream, kill that Dreadnought, hitting on 5s. That was 6 hits, but I need 4s to wound. And I get that many wounds. You already suffered a wound. So, yeah, earlier on I definitely did a wound to that. So, 6s to save. And you need 2 6s. You don't get any anyway. That's 2 damage each, which is 8 damage. It blows up on a 6.
No, I do get my 6 up invulnerable save.
Oh yeah,
I do get my 6 up venerable saves.
Yeah, which you should have taken earlier as well.
I don't think you wounded me before.
No? Okay, whatever.
I need 1 6 to survive. I get
There's a bunch of 6s.
3 so far.
There's another one you dropped.
Yep. I get 3, so I'm down to 3 wins.
Okay. Stinger Salvo from the Tervagon. Try and soften up that chapter dude a bit more. 5s, 1 hit, and 3s. A wound of -1 on him.
So 3 up. Yep, he's good.
Okay. Right. Now we're going to charge. Okay, it all comes down to this. I haven't scored any points yet. This is for Assassinate. This is for Blood and Guts, 2 points. And this is for Warlord. This is worth 4 points. And we've measured up. And you're 12.5 inches away from the back edge here, and you're just 12 and a bit away from the back edge with the Rhino, so you're not line breaking either.
I'm not.
So if I kill that and the game ends, it's a draw. It's as simple as that, but I need 5s to hit with 3 attacks. Why do I make it hard on myself? Rolling to hit. 2 hits.
Ow.
She's strength very strong.
2
She'll
is,
wound
I
on
presume.
3s. No, she's strength 7. She wounds on 3s.
Okay.
And I failed to wound. And not only that, you get to strike back. Then the Watchmaster fought back. Didn't kill the Tervagon. It's on 2 wounds left. That's the end of Tyranids turn 5. Now we need to find out whether this game ends.
It does.
It does. It is a Deathwatch victory. They came here. They struck. They won. They nearly had it in there. But in the end...
Kinda wish that had worked out for you to put the game even.
I nearly snatched a draw from the victories of Doors of the... Anyway, this is the way the world ends. So at the end of the game, it is a Deathwatch victory. They came to the lunar caverns of Crispin's tomb and have defeated the hive mind that was here. Imagine the Watch commander standing firm and continuing to push forward with his men, continuing to push forward with the firepower in the backfield. And let's face it, if it had gone on to turn 6, I don't think the Neurothropes I don't think they had much of a front line left standing.
I didn't heroically intervene because my plan here was to jump over and
Okay.
go for your Warlord.
Okay. So if it had gone on to turn 6, then he potentially would have been dead.
Yeah.
Then there'd have been las cannons missing. Yes, I made a lot of saves last time, but I had Catalyst. This time I didn't have Catalyst. Let's say you'd have killed all of them or really whittled them down. Then I would have an Exocrine left and some Termagants, and that would have been it.
And looking at my cards, I would have drawn Secure 2, Big Game, and Behind Enemy Lines.
Well, there's Big Game. He's on 2 wounds. The Exocrine on 1 wound.
I've got 2, and I'd get Behind Enemy Lines. I'd probably score all 3.
And then, as I said, I would have had very few units left. Right, so my first time playing against Deathwatch, and you hit like a brick.
Yeah.
It's like drinking a nice vodka with a lemon in it. Like vodka with lemon is like trying to drink a brick wrapped in a lemon. Where has my mind gone? I don't know what I'm saying. I think the game has gone one way, it's gone this way, it's gone that way.
There was amazing luck and horrendous luck on both sides. My Storm Shield tanking everything against your Broodlord.
That was heroic.
Was good.
But my Neurothroat tanking everything when you fired him over here.
Cannons,
Let's not forget Terry. He will be remembered. Kevin, I've already forgotten him. Kevin will be remembered. He held up the right flank for turn after turn after turn. And now we look. I've still got the right flank. And that could have been the Exocrine shut down in earlier game turns. And yeah, I will not forget you, Kevin. So an epic game. Yeah, you've got so many threats in your thing because of the AP1 or the AP2 or the Hellfire rounds. Even your normal troops can...
Yeah, I find Deathwatch really struggle against vehicles. And they are great against hordes and monsters because you got the 2-up shells.
Yes.
All your big nasties, normally their toughness is their defense.
Right.
But because I'm wounding them on the 2s with rerolls much of the time.
Yeah.
They're great. If you were, for example, a vehicle and I was wounding you on 5s or 6s, I would have been in much more problems. And
also intercessors being able to use the Hellfire thing, which is wounding on 2s with a built-in -1.
Yeah, they can really good against the big nasties again.
These Stalkers with a built-in -1 wounding on 2s. That was good. So I guess a really strong Deathwatch list would have quite a few las cannons or Razorbacks or Dreadnoughts in it. Maybe, as you said, a missile launcher, las cannon, dread.
I think
a couple of them.
Yeah, well, the Forge World. People love the Forge World dread with like the 4 las cannons.
Okay, so a bunch of those dreads in it, and then basically as many troops as you can get.
Yeah.
Because they've got a tool to open every box.
Yep.
My English, I tell you, it's been a great game. It's been really enjoyable.
I enjoyed it.
It went one way, it went another way. Thank you so much for coming down one more time. St. Andrews Wargaming.
Thank you.
And you also write for Frontline Gaming. Big shout out to Frankie and Reese and the other guys on the ITC crowd. Appreciate all the work you put in. Appreciate everyone who does some work, who writes blogs or posts on Instagram or indeed makes YouTube videos, because the more of you out there doing it, like you, sir, the more content there is out for everyone, and a rising tide lifts all boats, right? So I really appreciate the amount of work that people put out. Shout out to Hot Dice Miniatures for this battle mat. Shout out to foreground.co.uk for this awesome modular terrain. And more importantly, shout out to all of you for watching. So thank you very much for watching that battle report. We hope you enjoy that. Happy wargaming.